Happy evening, all of y'all.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, all of y'all. So, okay, I'll put on my video in a few minutes. We'll start off with where we had left. Oh, less people have come in today. What happened, Pranav?
I don't know, sir.
Okay. Now, coming to the point, we were discussing different types of companies, if you remember. And we started off with on the basis of membership, right?
Yes, sir.
On the basis of membership, I'm discussing private limited company. What I'm discussing, private limited.
Company.
So I told you that a private limited company is a company which is characterized by three main points. RLP. What is it? It restricts the transfer of what? You remember? No?
Shares.
It restricts the transfer of shares.
Share.
Second, it limits the number of members to
200.
200. And the third P, it prohibits the issue of shares to the public. So if a company restricts the transfer of shares, limits the number of members to 200 and prohibits the issue of shares to the public, it is called as a private limited company. RLP. Remember I told you RLP. In that I went to the second point. I told you I'll explain each of them carefully. So I said that limits the number of members to one. You can start a private limited company with two people, but it cannot go more than 200. But I gave you an example. Suppose Anara Apparels has 199 members. And suppose Pranav and Adrut both jointly apply for the 200th share. They will not be treated as two members. In case of joint holding, for the purpose of calculating 200, it will be taken only as one member. What it will be taken only as? One member. Remember that? Yes or no? Yeah. Now there is one more
Yes, sir.
clause in this limits the number of members to 200, which I want to discuss with you, and we'll give an example and we'll do that. Let's say there are two people in this. Just take two names, Whose names are starting with T, U, V, X, means in the new batch? Can you see, Sana? That way names we'll take later. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I thought I lost the...
Sir, she has some network issues.
Oh, she is.
Her video is stuck. Yeah.
Okay. Tanushree, you, Okay, leave it. Now just tell me, take two names, quickly, Tanushree, from the new batch.
Yes, sir.
Quickly, yaar, I'm running out of
Sir,
time. I don't have
Vinyas.
time.
Yes, sir. Vaishnavi and Vinyas.
Okay, leave those two names. After, take some other names. Any two names.
Akshay.
Akshay.
Huh.
Hi, Akshay.
Yes, sir. Hi,
Hi.
sir.
Okay, Akshay, and tell me one more.
Kriti.
Hi, Kriti.
Hi, sir.
Okay, now I'm going to tell you a small story which is important to private limited company. Now, Akshay started one business, ABC Limited. What is ABC? Akshay Bonda Chutney Limited. Okay.
Nice profit, sir.
Nice name, no? Akshay Bonda Chutney Limited. So now he started this company, Akshay, and he's selling bhaji bonda, and he's doing really well. Okay, he sells very good bondas. Which bonda you like better, Akshay? Aloo bonda, Iruli bonda.
Yes, sir. Aloo.
So he started selling this aloo bonda, and now his bonda empire has become very big. Correct or no? Now he's opened a public limited company. What he started a public limited? company. So he has nearly 200 shareholders for ABC Limited. He has branches all over Bangalore, Mysore, etc. And he's got some 20 employees. What, he's got some 20 employees. Who are his employees? Adrut, Pranapai, all these people are working. Adrut is the chief fryer who fries the bhaji bunda. Pranav is the chief, this thing, hospitality fellow who invites people to sit inside and all. He's got lot of these people, correct? And all these people tell him, sir, you're making so much profit. The share price of ABC Limited has gone up so much. Because you're making so much profit, can you give us some shares of the company? Akshay says, of course I can give you shares of the company. And he gives everybody 100 shares. What he gives all the employees? 100 shares. That's happy. This is called in Employee Stock Options Limited, ESOP, what it is called. So now they are also part owners of the company. Yes or no? So they're very happy. What, they're very happy. Okay, very good. Now, same business is also being conducted by, who was the other girl you told?
Sir, Kriti.
So she is running a company, KBC Limited. Kaun banega crorepati? No, not Kaun banega crorepati. Kriti Bonda Chutney Limited. Not Kriti Bonda Chutney. But she started as a private limited company. What, she started as a private limited company. Now, when she started as a private limited company, she already has 195 shareholders. And she's also doing extremely well. Now, her employees, now let's say her employees, give some names of employees: Shravan Hegde, Amit. Who else are the other people? Give some other names, no?
Sir, Faiza, Ramani, Adrut.
Faiza Ramani. Oh, Faiza Ramani. All of them are working for KBC, or they're all working for. And they come to know from Pranav. Adrut and all is walking on the road, taking one share, and hey, Ramani, I got 100 shares, man. How much you got? Ramani is very frustrated. See, we are also putting the same hard work like Adrut. They are also selling bonda chutney. We are also selling bonda chutney. But they are getting shares. We are not getting anything. So all these employees, some 20 of them, Ramani, Faiza, Shravan Hegde, Amit, all of them go to Kriti and tell Kriti, we also want shares of the company. Now, Kriti is very worried. Why is she worried? 195 members. There are 20 employees. If she gives all the 20 shareholders, what will happen? It will become a public limited. No, you should know that when you become a public limited company, the number of audits, the number of scrutiny from the government is much, much higher. Because see, private limited, you're taking money only from your near, you're not issuing the money to the public. But public limited, you're taking from the public. So there is more audit, more tax scrutiny, more compliances. You have to follow certain provisions of the Companies Act. It's a headache when you start a public limited. So KB, Kriti is telling you what to do. How do I distribute these shares? Correct or no? 20 employees, only 5 shares. 5 people can become members, because if I cross 200,
Public.
and Ramani is saying, I don't want joint shares. If I have joint shares with other people, suppose something happens to me and all, those people will fight against my children and all that. Faiza is telling, I don't want joint shares. Now, how do you distribute the shares? Or let's make it even more complicated. 198 shares are there. Only 2 shares are left. Now, what should Kriti, old batch people don't answer. What should Kriti do so that she remains a private limited company but still gives the shares to its
Employees.
So one idea I got from the last batch was, Sana told, see sir, where is this Kriti's Bonda Chutney shop? Kriti Bonda KBC Private Limited. Kriti, where are you from?
Sir, Mangalore.
In Bangalore, which place you know?
Mangalore.
You came to that Habba?
No, sir.
Okay, let's say her office is in Bangalore, Banshankari. In Banshankari, she's got a three-story building. On first floor, she's selling bonda. Second floor, she's selling bhaji. Third floor, she's selling
Uh,
uh,
Ambode, Vade and also.
vadas. So what Kriti says, all of y'all come on Sunday morning, 7 o'clock. So all Ramani, Faiza, Amit, Shravan Hegde, let's say Adrut and Pranapai also have joined her company. All come at 7 o'clock. 20 employees come. Kriti will stand on the third floor and she tell all of you will stand on ground floor. I will throw 5 shares. Whoever catches first will get the.
Shares.
What a brilliant idea. Adrut is jumping on Pranav. Pranav is rolling over Shravan Hegde. What a deadly idea this is, no? Brilliant. See, so now 5 shares also done. Ramani is just jumped on Faiza.
Oh my
Right?
God.
Just, hmm? Adrut, what do you think of the idea? Brilliant, no? So all 5, whoever gets catch, first come, first served. First come.
First up.
This is a nice idea given by previous batch. Another idea which came, Sahana's idea, sir, why don't you allot the shares in alphabetical order? What in? I put on my video now.
Sir,
Videos on now.
nobody will take, sir.
Alphabetical
Yes.
order. So A will get, Adrut will get, Faiza will get. But poor Ramani has to change her name to Amani. She'll remove the R. Tanushri is there, she'll change her name to Anushri. They all want to change their names. They'll go to Aadhaar card office and tell we have to change her because they want shares. What they want?
Shares.
Vaishnavi will change her name to Aishnavi. Uh-huh. What do you think? Ramani, how do we solve the problem?
Sir, can't we give them joint shares, sir?
Give them joint share.
Yeah,
That's
joint
very,
shares.
very dangerous, no? Because if you give one share, see, you'll give them joint shares also. Even if you give them joint shares, the first shareholder has the priority to the, he can
Yeah.
decide. So all the other four and all are all dabba. But the good news now, Ramani, is you don't have to change your name. You don't have to jump over Faiza.
Because
Why?
I'm the joint shareholder. I'm
The
the joint
good,
shareholder.
why? Huh?
I'm the joint shareholder team lead.
No, no. The rule of 200 members does not employ to current employees and ex-employees, which Pranav will read. That's why I tell you, all read and come. We wouldn't have had all this drama only. You all stupid people don't read and come only means what to do in life. Pranav, read that point, right? That second thing. Limit the number of shares, which excludes joint shares and
Yes, sir. Provided, yeah, provided that where two or more persons hold one or more shares in a company jointly, they shall, for the purposes of this clause, be treated as a single member.
After that.
After that, it talks about members, employed, formerly
That
employed.
yeah, that's what. Read that only I'm talking about, man.
Yes, sir. Persons who are in the employment of the company A and B, persons who have been formerly in the employment of the company were members of the company while in that employment and have continued to be members after the employment ceased shall not be included in the number of members.
Shall not be included in the.
Number of members. It's also in the
Just,
maximum number.
just give me a minute. Okay. Am I audible and visible now?
Yes, sir.
Is it too dark? Do you want me to put on the light or is it okay, Sana?
Okay, sir.
Okay, when it gets, oh, shoo.
What happened, sir?
No, man. See, I have a USB, you know that if they will have you seen this? They'll have 3, 4.
Yeah, sir.
And
Yeah,
you,
sir.
I don't know if
Connected.
so that, it keeps falling down and then it becomes loose and then the audio gets disconnected. Okay, coming
Okay.
to the point. Let's come to the point. Now, let's say even if Adrut leaves the company or Pranav Pai leaves the company. Now, let's say they have 195 members and she allotted shares. It's not only the people who are currently employed, even if you have left the employment, correct? In that case, also, they will not be considered. So, former and current employees are not considered in the 200. See, why is it that way? See, suppose people are leaving the company. Let's say she's allotted 20 shares. Now Pranav leaves the company. Now he's not considered in the 200, means she'll tell him, don't leave, otherwise my number of members will go higher, right? So you can't threaten people like that, right? So the point is that former and current employees are not treated in the 200. So in this first part of RLP, the first thing is it limits the number of members to 200, which does not include joint shares, which does not include current or past employees. What it does not include current or past employees. Why I'm doing this in detail? When you come to the question and answers in the RTPs, the LTPs, they'll give ABC Limited has 190 individual shareholders, 5 couples, 20 employees, and then they'll ask you to decide whether it's a private limited company or public limited. So in many papers, we have seen this question appear again and again. That's why I'm doing it in detail. So you should know that when sir teaches you, he teaches very scientifically. He will teach whatever has come in the exam before, although it looks like fun over here. Understood? Okay, coming to the point. The second thing is that restricts the transferability of shares. I did the L part, no, I didn't do the restrict. Now, why do you restrict the transfer of shares? Now, let's say our same person, KBC, Kriti Bonda Chutney Limited, Private Limited, has 195 shareholders or 199 or 200 shares. Now, let's say Pranav has 500 shares and he sells 100 shares to 5 people. What will happen? Now, the number of members will become 204, right? Will it remain a private limited company?
No, sir.
No. So, to avoid this, a private limited company has the power to restrict the transfer of shares. How does it restrict the transfer of shares? In 3 ways. What in 3 ways? It's not given in your study material, but you should know this. Otherwise, you'll ask me, sir, how do you restrict? And then I'll tell it restricts. How? By the kick of the cow. Correct? No. It restricts the transfer of the shareholders in 3 ways. One, if you are transferring the shares, you can transfer only to the existing members and employees. What? Only to the existing members and employees. In that case, the number of count will not go higher than 200. Yes or no? Because if you're an existing member and existing employee, you're already there, right? Yes or no? Second, whenever you're transferring, you have to take the permission of the directors. What? Take the permission of the.
Director.
Remember, I told you in every company there are directors who run the company on. A company is an artificial legal entity. It can't run on its own. It needs somebody to run it, right? And I told you the minimum number of directors for a private limited company is 2, maximum is 15. For a public limited company, minimum is 3, maximum is 15. There's a little extra information, but it's better you know this, correct or no? Second thing is you have to take permission from the directors. Third thing is by fixing the price of the share. So if Pranav wants to sell, he cannot sell it just for 100 rupees or 20 rupees or something. He has to ask the directors, and the directors will fix the price 5,000, 10,000. So if they fix high price, will people buy it? They will not.
By.
So in 3 ways, the company, private limited companies, restricts the transferability of shares. One, by asking the persons to transfer the share, the existing members to transfer the share only to the existing members or the employees. Second, by transfer of shares only with the permission of the directors of the company. Third, by fixing the price of the share. What? By fixing the price of the
Shares.
shares. Okay, so this is the second, restrict. Remember, RLP. Third is prohibit. Prohibit the issue of shares to the public. What do you mean by prohibit? Prohibit means banned. It is a private limited company. You cannot issue, and it's not mentioned issue of shares, it's mentioned issue of securities to the.
Public.
What is this difference between securities and shares? Old
Loan.
batch leave. In new batch, all answer. See, all these new batch people should use their brains. What is the difference between shares and securities? What?
Loan.
Most of you all are second PUC, no? First PUC I can understand. First PUC I did a chapter, no? Something called joint stock company. In first PUC, I think so you all have finished it, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You're in first PUC, yeah, Dhruv?
Yes, sir. First PU, sir.
Which college?
Transcend, sir.
Uh-huh. Okay. Securities include equity shares, preference shares, debentures. What it includes? Equity shares, preference shares, and
Debenture.
debentures. So in an exam, they had given a question that uh, a private limited company issues 20,000 debentures to the public. You know, debentures are loan documents, no? Right? Right? 20,000, 10%. That also it cannot issue debentures. It cannot. So shares are only a part of the securities, what only a part of the. So a private limited company cannot issue, they cannot give an advertisement in the paper, like how public limited gives an advertisement. It's called a prospectus. Remember prospectus, IPO, initial public offer. So they'll tell
Yes.
that they'll give a document,
Yes,
public
sir.
document. This is the shares we are holding. It's called DRP, draft red herring, DRHP, draft red herring prospectus. That you learn later on. I don't want to discuss all that. Mehul sir will teach you all when you'll go to your intermediate. So just for the time being, understand that a public limited company can issue a prospectus, tell how good the company is, and invite people to apply for the shares. But a private limited company is prohibited from the issue of securities. It cannot issue debentures, it cannot issue preference shares, it cannot issue equity shares. It has to do only word of mouth. So when Kriti Bonda Chutney Limited is selling a share, she can ask her friends, relatives, classmates to buy the shares, but she cannot go and give an advertisement in the paper and ask the general public to apply for the shares or debentures or preference shares of the. Understood? Yes or no? All of y'all?
Yes, sir.
So these are the three. Just read the important points again. No, yes, last time you read it, but I wanted to read it again.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Of
Yeah, I put on the light anyway. Yeah.
yes, sir. Restricts the right to transfer its shares.
That I just now told you, in 3 ways, right?
Yes, sir.
Second,
Except in case of one-person company, limits the number of its members to 200.
that I'll talk about one-person company later. There are two special types of private limited companies called OPC and small companies, which I'll talk about a little later. Third,
Provided that where two or more persons hold one or more shares in a company jointly, they shall, for the purposes of this clause, be treated as a single member.
single, yeah, I just now I did that.
Provided further that persons who are in employment of the company and persons who, having been formerly in the employment of the company, were members of the company while in that employment and have continued to be members after the employment ceased, shall not be included in the number of members, and prohibits. Yeah, and last point, prohibits any invitation to the public to subscribe for any securities of the company.
Company prohibits to any securities of the company. So we discussed all these are private limited company. Now let's go to the second one, which is public limited company. Private limited is done. Anything else is there, Pranav? No, right?
Yes, sir. Few small points.
Just read it.
No minimum paid up capital requirement.
So no minimum paid up capital. That is not for any shares. Previously, there used to be 10 lakhs, 25 lakhs in the olden days, no? Now you can start a private limited company with zero capital. What was zero? Capital.
Minimum number of members two, except if private companies and OPC, where it will be one.
Yeah, remember, now minimum number was 2 and maximum is 200. I've just now told you, right?
Yes, sir. Next is maximum number of members 200,
That
excluding present employee members and erstwhile employee members.
Mm.
After that, right to transfer shares restricted.
Mm.
After that, prohibition on invitation to subscribe to the securities of the company.
Company.
Then small company is a private company.
Okay, I'll talk about, there are two types of special type of private limited companies called small companies and private OPCs. That's a one person company, which I'll come a little later during the day. We'll come back to that. That's all right. Yeah.
Yes, sir. OPC
Now,
can only be formed as a private company.
I'm tempted. Okay, that we'll discuss later. Let's go to public limited company. What? Let's go to
Public
Public
limited.
limited.
limited company. Then we'll do OPC, small company, and all these other small things. Correct? No?
Yes.
Today I have class till 6:45 or 7. Just see.
Sir, I think.
Which is the second area left?
Sir, Mehul, sir. Sir, we have till 7:15.
7:15. What nonsense? Like. Why
Yes,
he's taken
sir.
from 7:30? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Huh? No. He'll take from 7:15.
Yes.
Sir, the timetable says 5:15 to 7:15.
And then?
And then 7:30 to 9.
Yeah, Pakka.
Pakka, sir. 100%.
I'll ask Subiksha Akka and then we'll come back to it. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Because I have a class at 7:30 with those your
Interview.
seniors. So 15 minutes break and all, I'll get a collapse like that, 4 hours and all. Okay, let's go to the, we'll see. I'll tell Subiksha Akka 7.
Public company, section 2, subclass 71. Public company
Section
means
2, subclass?
71.
Oh.
Public company means a company which is not a private company and has a minimum paid up share capital as may be prescribed, provided that a company which is a subsidiary of a company not being a private company shall be deemed to be public company for the purposes of this act, even where such subsidiary company continues to be a private company in its articles.
So now see, once you have understood what is a private limited company, it's very easy to understand what is a public limited company. So see the definition, very easy, no? A company which is not a private limited company is automatically a
Public.
that means it does not restrict the transfer of shares. Anybody can sell the shares to anybody, nobody will tell you. You have shares of Infosys Limited, tomorrow you can sell it for 100, 200 in the stock market. Will anybody stop you? No. Second, it does not limit the number of members to 200. For a public limited company, the minimum number of members is 7. The maximum is infinity. What it is? You can have 1 crore, 2 crores. It doesn't make a difference, right? So anybody and everybody can become a member of a public limited company. There's no limit on the number of members. What? There's no limit on the number of
Members.
Third, it does not prohibit the issue of securities to the public. That means you can issue securities to the public. So if it does not have these three things, it does not restrict the transfer of shares, it does not limit the number of members to 200, it does not prohibit the issue of securities to the public, it becomes a public limited company. And they've added one more thing. Even if you're a private limited company and you're a subsidiary of a public limited company, what is the subsidiary? Basically, if more than 50% of the shares of your company are held by a public limited company, then even though you're a private company, you will be treated as a public limited. What will be treated as a? So let's say ABC, that is Akshay Bonda Chutney Limited, which is a public limited company. And let's say Kriti has totally 10,000 shares in her company. ABC Limited buys 5,001 shares. He's bought more than 50% of the shares of a company, correct? So now KBC, even though she's a private limited company, because more than 50% of the shares are held by a public limited company, will be treated as a deemed public limited company. What it will be treated as a
Deemed
public limited. Deemed means just like a public limited company. Because otherwise people will take advantage, you know. They will register themselves as a, they'll, let's say companies like, because public limited has too much scrutiny, too much of compliances and all. So what Pranav will do, he'll start one public limited company, but all his business he'll carry out through 10 private limited companies, and he'll buy 50, 80, 90% of the shares. So those 10 private limited companies don't have to file any records, don't have to show what they're doing. Government says, no, you can't act too smart with us. If more than 50% of the shares are held by a public limited company, you will be treated as a public limited company and you'll have to do all the compliance requirements, filing tax returns, annual reports, having 2 or 3 more general body meetings, all those restrictions which are there for public limited company, you also have to follow. What you also have to follow. Understood or no? And I told you the reason why. See, government wants to protect the interest of the public. Private limited company, you are selling to your members and relatives. So what are they bothered? Your friends, relatives are cheated. You are selling to them and all. They are not bothered. But if you are issuing the shares to the public, lakhs of people are applying to your shares. So the government has a moral responsibility to protect the interest of the public. That's why for public limited company, there are so many restrictions. What there are so many?
Restriction.
Understood or no? Do you get what I'm trying to tell you all, guys? Hmm?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is a public limited company. Any points they've given you quickly?
Sir, I had a doubt.
Who's this?
Advika.
Yeah, tell me, Adhika.
Since government has control over a public company,
No
does that
control,
mean
no
that
control,
if like the government can supervise public company,
not in. Okay,
can
you
this
tell me what are your.
also
Yeah,
mean that
yeah.
they can have control over the public company if they exploit any rights?
What?
Am I audible?
You're audible, but you're not clear on what you're asking. Government can supervise, you're telling, if the government can control, supervise, which are very wrong terms. But anyway, tell me, if the government can control or
Then,
supervise?
yeah, I was asking they can control or not the public company.
Nothing. It's not control or supervise. Just they have to have certain legal requirements which are much more for a public limited company. Do you think government will interfere whether Reliance is selling oil or not selling oil, whether Infosys is entering into a contract with a team in USA or not, whether Parley Limited is selling biscuits? They are not bothered about that. They are bothered about whether the company is filing its income tax returns, whether it's paying the dividend to its shareholders, whether it's holding the meetings properly, whether they are borrowing more than what is required. So there are certain legal requirements in the Companies Act which a public limited company has to follow, which does not have to be followed by a private limited company. So they're not controlling or supervising. They've just put checks and balances so that the public limited company does not cheat and run away with your money. That's all. Understood?
Yes, sir, understood.
Just like a bank, no? You open in a private sector, in any bank and all, suppose the bank takes your money and runs off. So the government has certain restrictions that you cannot have more than this much liabilities. You cannot give those this much loans. Understood? Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So there is no control. The internal affairs and government will go mad if it controls all. There are some 20, 30,000. I don't know how many public listed. Sana, just find out how many public companies, listed
Yes.
companies and unlisted companies. That we'll do later. But there are how many companies registered in India? How many are public limited? How many are private limited? And out of public limited, how many are listed and not listed? Just find that out and tell me, no?
Yes, sir. So
No.
listed companies are
Uh,
6,000.
6,000. That's all. And unlisted?
1 second, sir. Unlisted is 61,672.
These are total public limited companies in India.
Totally, there are 68,416, out of
Compa-
which 6,744 is
yeah. No, and how many private limited companies in India? Just see registered private limited companies. That will go in lakhs.
sir.
Just see that. Do you think, Pradvika, they'll control 68,000 companies in India? Impossible.
Sir, it is showing around 1.4 to 1.5 million.
That is
Yes.
around 15 lakh private limited companies. 1 million is 10 lakh. So 15 lakh private limited companies and only 68,000 public limited.
Companies.
Out of that, only 6,000 listed. I'll tell you later. Okay.
Sir.
Got it?
What do you mean by listed and unlisted?
That will come later. Don't worry. Don't be in a hurry.
Okay, sir.
Understand, you know?
Yes, sir.
Aram se. Don't worry. First, you have to get the understanding of these. I'll talk. They'll come later on in the same thing. It'll come. Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Now
sir.
coming to the public limited company. So you all understood what is a public limited company, and even a subsidiary of a public limited company is a public limited company. Anything else we had to just see any points given there quickly, Pranav. We are running out of time.
Yes, sir. Public company significant points.
Yeah, read those points
First
quickly.
one
If it's not explained, I'll explain it again. Okay.
is not a private company. Articles do not have the restricting clauses.
Mm-hmm.
Shares freely transferable.
I already told you this.
No minimum paid up capital requirement.
That is so same. Okay.
Okay. Minimum number of members 7.
Yeah. Oh, there it was 2. Remember, in private limited, it was 2.
Yes, sir. Maximum number of members no limit.
No limited. So it's infinity. Okay. Unlimited.
Subsidiary of a public company is deemed to be a public company.
Public company. I told you this, right? Deemed to me
Yes,
means
sir.
just like.
So then,
Now, in the same on the base of membership, what are the things which we missed out? Yeah. OPC in small company. Yeah?
yes, sir. OPC and small company.
Okay. Okay, and one more thing. In case in the exam they ask you what is the difference between a private limited company and a public limited company, you'll be able to write.
Yes, sir.
In BCom, we had a subject called company law. I had given this question. So there's one
Yes,
very
sir.
smart fellow. He drew two columns. Top he wrote private limited company. Right side he wrote public company. First difference: it is not a public limited company. And public limited, it is a public limited company. Second difference: it is a private limited company. In public limited, it is not a private limited company. Two differences over 2 marks. He told, give me, sir. What do you think I gave him? 2 marks on his face I gave him. Tuck. Left and right side. Correct or no? Don't act smart, okay, with the examiner and all. What you have to write the differences are minimum number of members 2, there 7, maximum number of members 7, 200, unlimited. Minimum number of directors for private limited 2, for public limited 3. Restriction in transfer of shares. Restriction for private limited, no restriction in transfer. Issue of shares to the public. Prohibits the issues, does not prohibit the issue. Correct or no? You'll have to write all those differences between the private limited company and
Public limited.
in the exam. There is also one very smart fellow in the examiner. He had given a question. What is the similarity between private limited and public limited? Old batch, keep your mouth shut. New batch, tell me. What are the similarities between private limited and public limited? 5 marks.
No minimum paid up capital requirement.
No minimum paid up capital. Very good. 1 mark. Not even 1 mark. Half mark. Use your brains, guys.
Both are company joint stock.
Both are companies. Very good. You're in good company. Both are companies. This is the first time I heard this. Very nice. What do you say, Ramani? Oh.
Yes, sir. I said the same. Like
Both are
no,
companies. Yeah. Spelling is the same.
no minimum paid up capital requirement. I only said.
Okay. Half mark. 5 marks, they'll give you this. If you write
No.
this and all, 5 marks, what you'll write? Use your brains. You're not using your brains. Come on, guys.
Limited liability.
Limited liability. Who said this? Very clever girl. Who's it? Huh?
Purnima.
Huh? Who's it? Yes, Anna?
Purnima.
Oh, Shetty's wife. No, this is different Purnima. Okay. Today's Kartik Purnima, no? You know, today is the Kartik Purnima, very big day and all.
Yes,
Today
sir.
Guru Nanak was born and all that.
Yes, sir. Guru Nanak birthday today.
And also a lot of other things also happened. Kartik Purnima is also the day Shiva's son Kartikeya was born.
Virat Kohli's birthday also, sir.
Huh?
Virat Kohli's birthday also.
Virat Kohli. That is the most important thing. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Virat Kohli's birthday. Very good. Uh,
Sir, separate legal entity.
Who's telling this?
Manishri.
Now, all of you are telling the right answer, but you know what's the easy way of doing it? Find out the features of a company. Remember, I did the features of a company: separately legal entity, artificial legal person, limited liability.
Yes, sir.
Oh, so there are three questions for which the answer is the same, but the question may be asked in the exam differently. First is, what are the features of a joint stock company? Answer same, those 5 points. Common seal, this, that, and all that. Second question, what is the similarity between private limited public company, public limited company? All the same features. Artificial legal person, separate legal entity, limited liability, perpetual succession. Correct or no? Third question, which we'll do a little later, what is the effect of the incorporation of a company? What is the effect of the incorporation of a?
Company.
That means once a company becomes incorporated, what are the effect? Again, same thing. Separate legal entity, perpetual. So the questions may change, but the answer will always remain the
Same.
So I'm very happy with Purnima and Manyashri. You all used your brains a little bit. You all are right. Separate legal entity. This is the way you all think. Understand? So if you all are thinking in that direction, separate legal entity, you should think, okay, then what are the other features of a company? Might be the same thing will be also for a public limited. Understood?
Company.
Yeah. You should learn to think like Sana. Sana used to think like this. Not Sana is like on brain, you know. She'll think. Hmm. You all met Sana over there in the this thing Habba. All of
Yes,
you
sir.
you all
Legend.
didn't.
Legend.
Adrit,
Yes,
You met her.
Yes, sir.
Was the one who was annoying me, sir. So
Sir, I was in. Sir, where? Sir, I didn't even talk to her, sir.
You should have talked to her. At least should have got some brains. So if you, whenever you meet Sana next time, just touch her head and tell, give me some brains of yours.
sir, why, sir? No, sir, nothing like that.
She's a very brainy girl. Brainy.
No, sir.
So,
Topper, sir. Topper, sir.
that's what Shetty sir is telling. She'll get rank in PUC also and foundation also.
Yes,
What,
sir.
Sana? So much expectation on you. So much expect. Why, Sana? Good, but in one way it's good, no? Uh, Okay. Anyway, coming to the point. So that is nothing but your similarity. Now let's go to the next one. Pranav, go to the.
Yes, sir, we're done with private and public.
Yeah, just in the same thing, just see OPC, small company. What in that on the base of membership? What are the
On the basis of
no?
membership,
What way? Where did this private and public limited under what heading did they come?
on the basis of members.
On the base of members. Are there any other or only these two other?
Yes, sir. One person company and small company.
So let's finish off those. No, we'll do one person company now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, just give me a minute. I'll just close the windows before the mosquitoes come inside. Just go. Just give me a head.
Yes, sir.
Okay, am I audible and visible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please continue. Read that OPC quickly, quickly, quickly. Is he there or not there?
He's
Am
there,
I?
sir.
He's there. He's got technical issues.
I don't know, sir.
Okay, somebody else will read anything if he's not there. See, can you unmute? Pranav, we can't hear you. Tanushree, what happened to him? Sana?
Sir, his video
Sir,
and audio
his
is
video
off.
is off.
Videos?
Video and audio is off.
Can you hear me?
Oh, you are having a tea or something.
No, sir. It just suddenly glitched a little bit, so I switched off my video.
Okay, okay. Start.
It's a one-person company.
Yeah.
All right, sir. The Companies Act 2013 introduced a new class of companies which can be incorporated by a single person. Section 2, Clause 62 of the Companies Act 2013 defines one-person company as a company which has only one person as a member. This company has been introduced to encourage entrepreneurship and corporatization of business. OPC differs from sole proprietor concern in an aspect that OPC is a separate legal entity with the limited liability of the member, whereas in case of sole proprietorship, the liability of the owner is not restricted and it extends to the owner's entire assets, constituting of official and personal. The procedural requirements of an OPC are simplified through exemptions provided under the Act in comparison to the other forms of companies. According to Section 3, Clause 1, Subclause C of the Companies Act 2013, OPC is a private limited company with a minimum paid up share capital as may be prescribed and having one member. Yes, sir. Then they've given significant points.
Okay, let's do this very quickly. See, what happened is in the earlier days, if you started your own company, you needed at least 2 people for a private limited company and 7. But suppose you're a sole proprietorship and you wanted to bid for a contract, suppose in a foreign country. Let's say Pranapa is a sole proprietorship. He's a very intelligent chartered accountant. And the American uh, insurance group, AIG, Tata AIG, is asking for a tender for a accounting audit. Now they'll say only companies can apply because they don't want to deal with sole proprietorship and all. Now Pranapa is at a loss because he has to make somebody a partner or start a private limited company because as a sole proprietor he couldn't apply, and he doesn't want to take anybody else because he has the capacity to do it. So what happened? The government said in 2013 that many sole proprietorships are facing the difficulty of placing tenders because there are restrictions by government organizations, by foreign companies that you should be a registered company. Only then they will deal with you. What? Only then they will
Deal with you, sir.
So what happened is they said that let's start another type of company which is called an OPC. This was the first time introduced in 2013. OPC stands for one person company. So as he read it out, section 3 clause 1C says that a OPC is nothing but a private limited company. But a private limited company has 2 members minimum, and OPC will have only 1 member. What will have only?
One member.
One member.
sir.
So a private limited company which has only 1 member is called as an OPC. And when he reads out the significant points, you'll find that private limited companies anyway have a lot of exemptions. But they have a lot of
Exemptions.
they don't have to do so much of compliance. Compliance means file so many returns or report. OPC, it's even more easier. What? It's even more
Easier.
easier. They don't have to do. There are so many things which are left out for them. They don't have to hold general body meetings. They have lots of restrictions which are removed for an one-person company. But when you write now, let's say Pranav starts his own company. So it's Pranav Pai Accounts and Audit Private Limited. Private Limited, always a company, whenever you start, you have to end with whatever you are. Private Limited is PVT Ltd. Public limited don't have the word PVT. It's LTD, Infosys LTD, Reliance LTD, because it's a public limited company. So what will write? Pranav Pai Accounts and Audit Private Limited. In brackets, he'll put OPC. What he'll put?
OPC.
That means it's a one-person company. So you can come to know whether it's an OPC after private limited. If you have in brackets OPC, that means it's a one-person company. If you don't have it, it's a proper private limited company. What is a proper private limited?
Company.
Understood or no? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Now, what are the salient features of a one-person company? He'll read it out quickly, one by one. First one.
Only one person as member.
Only one person. So remember, you have to have 2 members for a private, 7 members for a public. But in a private OPC, you need only 1 member. Only Pranav Pai is the member of his audits and assurance company. Second.
Yes, sir. Minimum paid up capital, no limit prescribed.
No limit. This is not, this minimum capital has all been chucked out of the window in 2018 only. 2018 or 19. There's nothing as minimum capital for public limited, private limited, or one-person company. Understood? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next one is memorandum of OPC shall indicate the name of the other person who shall, in the event of the subscriber's death or his incapacity to contract, become the member of the company.
Okay, now there is one very important feature of an OPC. See, when Pranav Pai starts his OPC, what happens if he dies? I'm just giving an example. Remember, company has perpetual succession. So he's separate, the company is separate, right?
Yes.
In case of private, it goes to the legal heirs, right? Or no? But who's the legal heir for a one-person company? So what happens is, in the memorandum of associations, when he's starting the company itself, he has to mention another person who will be his nominee. That means a person who will become the member of the company as soon as something happens to Pranav. Suppose he goes insane or he dies or something, he becomes incapacitated to enter into a contract. So Pranav, I will say, my nominee is my sister, Gayatri. What's your sister name? Tanushri. What? Okay.
Sir, I will become his nominee.
So he'll become Adrut.
No,
really? I think so. There's something going on between both of you all, right? He always says when he told I'll jump over you when that 5 shares are sold, and now he's telling I want to be your nominee.
Brother, sir, brother.
Brother from another mother, huh? Oh.
Yes, sir.
This is getting very dicey, Pranav. Be careful, no?
Sir, I've been.
What he did with you during the Habba?
Sir, sir, you are so annoying, sir. Oh my God.
What, he was pulling your shirt and all, huh?
Sir, he couldn't sit still, sir. Every 5 minutes he was, not even 5 minutes, every 1 minute he was looking here and there. Something and all he was doing, sir. Full monkey business he was doing.
Oh, with you, huh?
So playing video games.
Alone, sir.
Oh, alone.
Trauma, sir, trauma.
Okay. Okay, leave that. So now, coming to the point. So now, let's say Adrut is the nominee. So Adrut will be mentioned. So actually, it's when you want to start an OPC, they had asked one trick question sometime back. To start an OPC, is only 1 member required? Comment. So you say, as per the definition of a one-person company, only 1 member is required. But actually, 2 members are required, because when you're mentioning the memorandum, you have to mention who's the person and who's the nominee. Who's the
nominee?
Nominee is the person who will become the member if anything happens to the
one
person. Yeah. So actually, there are 2 people required, no? Because you have to mention the name of the nominee also. Okay, continue reading.
The other person's name, who is given in the memorandum, shall give his prior written consent in the prescribed form, and the same shall be filed with the registrar of companies at the time of incorporation.
So Adrut has to give a written consent. I'm willing to be the nominee of Pranav Pai Accounts and Audit Limited, Private Limited, OPC, and it will be filed over there, okay, in the company. Okay, I want to tell you one more thing. If Pranav, okay, it will be mentioned in the next point. So as he's reading, I'll explain. So you have to get a written consent from the nominee. What you have to get a written consent from the
nominee, sir.
Next one. Quickly, Pranav.
Yes, sir. Such other person may be given the right to withdraw his consent.
So if Adrut feels that he's not happy and he doesn't want to be the nominee anymore, suppose he's fought with Pranav, he can give a letter to the ROC, I want to withdraw my nominee. And once he withdraws his nominee, then Pranav has to nominate somebody else. What, he has to nominate somebody
Yes.
else. In the same way, Pranav also can remove the nominee. He can write a letter to the registrar of company. I want to change my nominee from Adrut to Sahana. So please change the nominee. So both the nominee as well as the one person member can withdraw the nominee whenever they feel like. What, whenever they
Feel like.
Yeah. Next. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. The member of the OPC may at any time change the name of such other person by giving notice to the company, and the company shall intimate the same.
Yeah. I already just not told you. Next.
Any such change in the name of the person shall not be deemed to be an alteration of the memorandum.
So you're not you're not altering the memorandum, you're just changing the nominee. Correct or no? Okay. What is memorandum and all? I'll come to it later. Let's next.
Only a natural person who is an Indian citizen, whether resident in India or otherwise, and has stayed in India for a period of not less than 120 days during the immediately preceding financial year, one shall be eligible to incorporate an OPC, two shall be a nominee for the sole member of an OPC.
Okay. Now there are certain conditions to start an OPC. Only a natural person. Now there are three conditions. Well, there are three
Conditions.
to either be a member of the OPC or to be a nominee for an OPC. What are the three conditions? First, it should be a natural person. It cannot be a private partnership. So a partnership can't start an OPC, or another company can't start an OPC. Sahana Apparels Limited can't start an OPC. Sahana Apparels OPC. Correct or no? Or two partners, Sahana and Ganavi can't start an can't become the
Company.
member of a OPC. So it
OPC.
has to be a natural individual who's only a single person. An artificial person or a group of people cannot start an OPC. What, a group of people cannot start an
OPC.
first? So it should be a natural person. Second, he should be an Indian citizen. You know, a person who's born in India is called as an Indian citizen, or for becomes an Indian citizen by the permission of the government. Suppose you're a Nepali girl and you marry an Indian, you automatically become an Indian citizen. There are certain other rules, but predominantly you have to be an Indian citizen. What, you have to be an Indian
Citizen.
Thirdly, you should be a resident of India. What do you mean by resident of India? For this act, a resident of India is he should have been physically present in India for at least 120 days in the relevant previous financial year. Relevant previous financial year for you is from 1st April 2024 to 31st March 2025. So from 1st April 2024 to 31st March 2025, suppose you have stayed only 80 days in India and 280 days you have stayed in Australia or USA, you are not a resident, you can't start a
OPC company.
OPC. The same three conditions also apply for a nominee. What also apply for a
Nominee.
now? Pranav Pai starts his audit and assurance company, and he says my nominee is Sahana Associates. Sahana Ganavi and Tanushri have found a partnership, so they are my nominee. Can he do that? No, because
No, sir.
there has to be only one person. Correct or no? So remember that three conditions. One, he should be a natural person. Second, he should be a citizen of India. Third, he should be a resident of India. Resident means he should be physically present in India for 120 days out of the 365 days in the relevant previous financial year, which is 1st April 2024 to 31st March 2025.
25.
In those days, he should have stayed in India for more than 120 days. What, for more than 120
Days.
days? Only if these three conditions satisfied, he can either be the member of the OPC or a nominee of the OPC, or a nominee of the OPC. Okay, go to the next one quickly.
Sir,
Yeah. Quickly. Ask.
sir, the nominee can be only one, not more than one.
Only one. There is only one nominee and only one. And also one more thing. When you are starting an OPC or you're a nominee of an OPC, you can't start multiple OPCs. If Pranav Pai has started one OPC, he can be a member or nominee. He cannot start another one where he's a nominee and one where he's an automa. So if you're a member or a nominee, you can be a member or nominee only for one OPC and not more than one.
OPC.
Ramani is the nominee of Pranab Pai also. She's the nominee of Adrut also. That's not possible. If you're the nominee of Adrut, you cannot be the nominee of
Pranab Pai.
Ramani has started her own OPC. She can't start one more OPC. What, she cannot start?
One more OPC, sir.
Understood or no?
Sir,
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
sir, is it compulsory to have a nominee?
Compulsory. What are I'm discussing from that time? It is absolutely compulsory because otherwise, if you
Govinda, sir.
die, who will cry? Correct or no? Understood?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
There was one book like this. Who will cry when you die or something? You saw that book?
No, sir.
It's a book by Robin Sharma. One famous guru, the self-help guru, his name is Robin Sharma. He wrote one book called The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. He became very famous. Sana has read those books, you know. She
No,
reads
sir.
all.
I've only heard about it.
She only
Yes, sir.
reads what you read.
Well,
Only
I can't read a book, sir. I get sleepy while reading.
you don't even read story books, huh? Fiction.
So sometimes when I was little, I was reading, but not now.
Oh. Only they read accounts and all. That's why these all
I
are
know,
all
sir.
born.
No. Oh, you, sir.
All born chartered accountants only. In I have like that. You'll read only accounts, law. These
No,
people
sir.
are there.
Topper, sir.
See,
Topper.
Pranav reads only accounts and anything related to accounts, no?
Sir, what is reading, sir? What is that?
You don't even know reading. Nobody reads. Then nobody reads books and all, fiction and all, non-fiction. Nobody.
Sir, I do.
Tanushri reads
What you read,
those
Tanushree?
crime-related stories.
Oh, in I read it. I used to read. I was a big fan of this. Till now, I'm a big fan. There's one writer called Agatha Christie.
Sir,
Yes,
I
sir.
read, I read the same
So I read
books
all
only.
her books, from beginning to end. Whichever book, whichever novel she wrote, I read. Which I was a big fan
I
of that
couldn't
Agatha Christie.
complete, sir.
And there was one more fellow called Sherlock Holmes.
Yes, sir.
So in his all his stories, everything I read. I used to be very fond of.
Sir, I don't even read textbooks, sir.
Now you start reading.
Now I started, sir. Before.
Okay. See, if you read, no, then you won't shake so much like Pranav told. At least you'll be in one place. Okay.
Sir, all the time he was roaming, sir. I was sitting in one place only.
Playing video games, huh?
Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, so this is just read the next heading quickly. Next point, quickly, Pranav.
Yes, sir.
We have to try and complete
Like,
a lot of. We are
sir,
going a little slow
no,
with this Companies Act. Yeah.
What is this, Pranav?
no person shall be eligible to incorporate more than one OPC or become nominee in more than one such company.
I have already told you this.
No minor shall be a member or nominee of OPC or can hold share with beneficial interest.
So nothing. You cannot have a minor being a member or a nominee of an OPC. Okay. Then.
Yes. Next one is such company cannot be incorporated or converted into a company under Section 8 of the Act, though it may be converted to private or public companies in certain cases.
See, there is one more type of company which we'll do a little later, which is called Section 8 companies. What are they called? Section 8?
Company.
Section 8 companies are companies which are not started for the purpose of profit, but for the purpose of propagating charity, religion, science, commerce, like FKCCI, Federation of FICCI, Federation of Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry. It's a public limited company, but not for the purpose of making profit, but to promote commerce and industry. So you cannot become just give Okay. Am I audible
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
and
You're right.
visible? Yeah, yeah. So, what was the point which you read out just now?
So cannot be converted into
Yeah, yeah. So
company.
Section 8 companies are companies for the person. So if you have some company like Mother Teresa Foundation or ISKCON, International Society, you cannot convert an OPC into a Section 8 company, which is promoting religion, charity, commerce, etc. But you can convert it into a private limited company and later on into a public limited company. But once you do that, you have to follow all the rules and regulations. Correct? No? Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, next.
Then such company cannot carry out non-banking financial investment activities, including investment in securities of any body corporate.
Okay, so you cannot start an NBFI. What's a non-banking financial company? A company which does not take deposits, which can lend money. Correct or no? What does a bank do? A bank takes deposits from the public and then it lends it out to the people, right? Correct or no? A non-banking financial company does not take deposits from the public, but it from the share capital and from the money it raises in form of debentures, bonds, public deposits, they lend money. Correct or no? So IFCI, Industrial Finance Corporation of India. You have seen so many of this. Muthoot Finance. Have you heard of Muthoot Finance?
Yes.
Malapur. What is it called? Malappuram Gold Finance. Have you heard of
Mana,
these?
Mana,
Yes.
All these are NBFCs. They lend money to the public, correct or no? So you can't start a company like that if you're an OPC. What if you're an
OPC.
OPC? Understood or no?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Hmm.
Yes, sir. That's all in OPC.
Okay,
Next
that's
is
all in small company. Let's go to small company. Chinna.
small company may be given under the Section 2, Clause 85 of the Companies
So
Act,
remember,
which means
all these are. I'm not stressing on the sections, but you have to remember. Can anybody tell me what is the clause for private limited company, section 2?
Subclause 68.
Very good. Public?
71.
71.
Nah. And remember, they're all in alphabetical order. PR, so PU will come later, 71. Now, small is SPQRS, no? So it's 280.
5.
So remember, I'm not going to tell you all but you have to remember this when you're writing the definition. At least 2 definitions come in the exam for private limited, public limited, small. There are many types of companies. So you have to write this down at least 10 times and memorize it. Correct? No, there's no other go. There are ways of remembering it, which I'll tell you later. Private limited, you were running a proprietorship. You want your money to triple or it becomes 4 times your money. So Adrut is one sole proprietor. He wants his money to triple and become 4 times. So what he does, he starts a company. So that's why 2 will become 6 rupees, 6 will become 8 rupees. So that is private limited. What that is?
Private limited, sir.
2 3s are 6, 2 4s are
8.
8, sir.
like that. You should find ways. I used to find all these ways of remembering. So if I can find out, you can also find out, right? Ways of
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
memorizing. See, holding subsidiary 2 becomes 4, 4 becomes 6. So that's why I remember that holding company is 246. Like that, you have to find out different ways of memorizing the sections, but you have to memorize the sections, correct or no? There's no other hope. Got it? All of y'all? That's why the earlier you become, the better. Okay, let's go to the small company. 285.
yes, sir. So according to the Section 2, Clause 85, a small company is a company other than a public company.
Other than, so that means it's a private limited company, which I've already told you.
Means a company other than a public company whose paid up share capital does not exceed 50 lakh rupees or such higher amount as may be prescribed, which shall not be more than 10 crore rupees, and of turnover of which, as per profit and loss account for the immediately preceding financial year, does not exceed 2 crore rupees or such higher amount as may be prescribed, which shall not be more than 100 crore rupees.
But continue reading that. After that, it is there. No, what your
So, yes, sir. Exceptions. This clause shall not apply to a holding company or a subsidiary company, a company registered under Section 8, or a company or body corporate governed by any special act for the purpose of this. For the purpose of subclause 1 and subclause 2 of clause 85 of section 2 of the act, paid up capital and turnover of the small company shall not exceed rupees 4 crores and rupees 40 crores respectively. Companies specification of definition details amendment rules 2022 with effect from 15 September 2022.
Okay, so remember the important one number, the 4 crores. So what is a small company? A small company is a company whose paid up capital does not exceed 4 crores and whose turnover and A and D, not or, and whose turnover does not exceed 40 crores. What for the previous financial year? Okay, that 0.5, 10, 200, what is all that, sir? That I'll explain. Just wait. But for you, when you're writing the definition, you will write the definition as a small company is a company which has a
Paid up.
capital of not more than 4 crores and a turnover of not more than
40 crores.
40 crores. Both. Now, what are these small companies? So now there are so many public listed private limited companies, public limited. We just now know there are 15 lakh private limited companies. Now, small company is a private limited company, but there are very big private limited companies like Mandels. You know Mandels?
What is that, sir?
Mandels is the company which owns a brand called Cadbury's. Have you heard of Cadbury's chocolate?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So Mondels has huge 1,000-2,000 crore turnover. It's not a small company, although it's a private limited company. Although it's a private limited
Company, sir.
Haldiram's.
Yeah, sir.
Haldiram. Such a big private limited company. Correct or no? You all have heard of Haldiram, no? Correct or no?
Yes, sir.
At least that and all you all have heard. Okay. Now, government wants to give an order. Government for the army, they want to give an order for packets, snack packets for all the army members. They don't want to encourage big companies like Haldiram's, Cadbury's. They say we want only from small companies because small companies get preference in government tenders, get preference in allotment by government for subsidies. Subsidies means basically government gives you a figure. So how do you classify a small company? Because government want to encourage not only big players, they want to also encourage small player. So they said that let's define what is a small company. So a small company is a private limited company. It's not a public limited company whose paid up capital does not exceed 4 crores and whose turnover basically means your sales does not exceed 40 crores. What does not exceed?
40 crores.
So now let's say Ramani starts on Ramani Foods Limited, private limited. Let's say her paid up capital is 5 crores, but her turnover is only 30 crores. Is she a small company?
No, sir.
Because she has to satisfy both. Let's say a paid up capital is 3 crores, but her turnover is 50 crores. Turnover means sales. No,
Yes,
then she is not a private limited, not a small company. You have to have both. Let's say her paid up capital is 3 crores and her turnover is 35 crores. Then she's a small, she can apply for the government tender. What she can apply for the company. Sir, then what they mention all this 50 lakhs, 10 crores, then they mentioned 2 crores. See, when 2013, when they started off, right, they had kept the limit as 50 lakhs as the paid up capital and 2 crores as the turnover. But remember, value of money keeps depreciating, right? In 2013, you used to get milk for 25 rupees liter. Now you're getting milk for 50 rupees
liter.
Petrol you used to get for 40 rupees liter. Now you're getting 100 rupees.
Yeah, sir. 120 rupees.
120. So every time the value of money doesn't remain the same. So these people were very smart. They said if we keep 50 lakhs and 2 crores, every year we'll have to keep changing. What every year we'll have to keep changing the company. So we'll keep a limit. Minimum is 50 lakhs and it can go up to 10 crores. What it can go up to 10 crores. Minimum is 2 crores. It can go up to 100 crores. So now they've reached 4 crores and 40 crores. Might be next year they'll change it to 5 crores and 50 crores. Correct or no? But at any point of time, it will not exceed 10 crores as paid up capital and 100 crores as turnover. So they've set the minimum and maximum limit. What they've set the minimum and maximum limit. Understood or no?
So now
And
we have to write 4 crores or 50 lakh crore, like 50
4,
lakh.
4 and 40.
Okay.
You will write 4 and 40. 440. Last year you would have written, I would have called you 420. That is 420. No, 4 crores and 20. Now they've changed to 40. So you're lucky, Ramani. Otherwise, you would have been a 420. Yeah. Okay.
It's not me, sir, for small company.
Who asked a small company? Chinna Papa. What they say? Chinna Papa. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. That is called as 4 and 40. So you'll write 4 and 40. Okay. So remember that. Let's go on quickly, Pranav. 200% focus. What is that? The Mehul tells, no?
200% focus.
200% focus. You are only one step away from your dream. Don't
Yes, sir. Sir, so we're then next only significant points.
read.
Small company is a private company.
Very good. Done. Second.
Paid up capital not more than 4 crores and turnover not more than 40 crores.
Yeah, we did this. Then.
Should not be a Section 8 company. Should not be
Okay, it should
holding
not be a section. Okay, wait. This is important. It should not be a Section 8. I told you, company which is started for the purpose of propagating religion, science, charity, commerce. Correct? It cannot be a non-profit company. Non-profit companies are called as Section 8 companies. What they call Section 8 companies. Then it cannot be a
holding or a subsidiary company.
Yeah, holding company. I told you, company which holds more than 50% of the shares of another company is called the holding company. The company whose number of shares, more than 50% of the shares are held by another company is called as a subsidiary company. So a small company cannot hold another company. It cannot. Why is this? So now the Cadburys can be very smart. No, they want government tenders. So what they'll do is they'll buy Ramani Snack Food Limited. She's a small company. They'll buy her shares, 60%, and then they'll apply for tenders in Ramani's name. Because it's a small company, no? So government told, don't act smart. You cannot be a holding company or a subsidiary company. Understood?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're done with small company.
Yeah, done with small company. Now let's go to big
We're
company.
done with this.
No, big company.
We're done with basis of.
We are done with on the
Sir,
base of membership. Now go to the top one on the base of liability.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Shall we start?
Please be my guest.
Company limited by shares. Section 2, clause 22.
Wait.
Section 2, clause.
Your voice is breaking. Are you coming too close to the mic, or are you just at the right distance, or something? Can you all feel that voice being up and down?
Yes, sir.
So can you hear me properly now?
Now you're proper. Correct. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Section 2, clause 22 of the Companies Act 2013 defines that when the liability of the members of a company is limited by its memorandum of association to the amount, if any, unpaid on the shares held by them, it is known as a company limited by shares. It thus implies that for meeting the debts of the company, the shareholder may be called upon to contribute only to the extent of the amount which remains unpaid on his shareholdings. His separate property cannot be encompassed to meet the company's debt. It may be worthwhile to know that though a shareholder is a co-owner of the company, he is not a co-owner of the company's assets. The ownership of the assets remain with the company because of its nature as a legal person. The extent of the rights and duties of a shareholder as co-owner is measured by his shareholdings.
Okay, this I've already told you when I did discuss the limited liability, when I did the features of a company. So what is a company limited by share? This is the most common. 222. Correct, You pay 2 rupees. When it winds up also, The liability will not more than 2 rupees. If they ask you to pay also, you'll have to pay only 2 rupees. So that's why it is. Section 2, clause.
20.
Clause 20.
So how will you remember this? How much ever I have to pay only 2. Correct or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Adrat, say chew, chew, chew.
Why me, sir? Why me, sir?
Chew, chew, chew. Ramani, what is it? Section 2.
22.
You all don't have to say 2, 2, 2. You have to say chew in that accent. Chew, chew, chew. Nice, no?
Sir, Ramane Akka will do better than me, sir.
Yeah, Ramani, try chew, chew, chew.
Chew, chew, chew.
How cute. It looked as if you're giving a kiss. Chew, chew, chew. Ramani Akka. Very nice. Sana, she did it so cutely, no?
Yes, sir.
Chew, chew, chew. All the boys and all have gone mad now after you, Ramani. Okay, now coming to the point. So, a company limited by shares, once you apply for the shares of a company, remember I told you the liability is only to the extent of the shares. They cannot take your personal assets. I told you, in case you have not paid up any call of the share, let's say you're paid up with the share value is 10 rupees, you're paid up only 6. Your liability is limited up to the remaining 10 minus 6, 4 rupees, but it does not exceed 4 rupees. So the liability of any member in a company limited by shares does not exceed the extent of the uncalled capital. What is the extent of the uncalled
Capital.
capital? That's all is a company limited by share. Because the reason is that the company has a separate legal entity. The assets of the company don't belong to the shareholders. Remember, I told you, you can't go to Wipro and take that sofa set income. I'm the shareholder, so I own this sofa set. That Gurkha will hit you very badly. That is owned by Wipro Limited. In the same way, the people, when the company goes into liquidation, the creditors can ask the assets of the company. They cannot ask the assets of the shareholders because the shareholders are separate. The company is
Separate.
separate. So when creditors have to claim the money, they have to claim it from the company, which is a separate legal entity, and not from the shareholders. So they are not the co-owner of the assets. They are just holder of the rights of the shares, or holder of the rights of the
Shares.
okay. So that ends your company limited by shares. I've done this when I did limited liabilities. That's why I'm not explaining for. Go to the next one.
Yes, sir. Next one is company limited by guarantee. Section 2, Clause 21 of the Companies Act 2013 defines it as the company having the liability of its members limited by the memorandum to such amount as the members may respectively undertake by the memorandum to contribute to the assets of the company in the event of its being wound up. Thus, the liability of the member of a guarantee company is limited up to a stipulated amount mentioned in the memorandum. Members cannot be called upon to contribute beyond that stipulated amount. The common features between a guarantee company and company having share capital are legal personality and limited liability. In the latter case, the member's liability is limited by the amount remaining unpaid on the share with each member's hold. Both of them having to state in their memorandum that the member's liability is limited. However, this point of distinction between the two types of companies is that in the former case, the members may be called upon to discharge their liability only after commencement of winding up and only subject to certain conditions. But in the latter case, they may be called upon to do so at any time, either during the company's lifetime or during its winding up. It is clear from the definition of the guarantee company that it does not raise its initial working funds from its members. Therefore, such a company may be useful only where no working funds are needed or where funds can be held from other sources like endowment, fees, charges, donations, etc. Then they've given a case law, sir.
Narendra something versus Saroj
Yes,
Malu.
sir. Narendra Kumar Agrawal
Versus Saroj Malu.
Saroj
Malu.
Mal.
Malu or Malu?
Sir, Malu.
Okay. If you remove that M, it becomes Alu. Okay. Let's come to the point. Now, what is a company limited by guarantee? Now, listen very carefully to this, okay? See, any company whereby through its memorandum, see, we'll discuss memorandum a little later, but just understand a memorandum of association is like the document, the most important document of a company, which has certain clauses. One of the clauses is called the liability clause. What it is called? The liability
Clause.
Now, in this company, which is company limited by guarantee, the members pledge that they will pay a certain, they'll guarantee a certain sum of money only at the time of winding up of the company. What? Only at the time of winding up of the company. So they don't pay anything now. So, for example, let's say there's a company limited by guarantee. Pranav says, I guarantee to pay a sum of 10 lakhs when the company is wound up. Ganavi says, I guarantee to pay a sum of 20 lakhs during the company's winding up. Sahana says, I guarantee to pay a sum of rupees 5 lakhs at the time of. So they guarantee a certain sum of money to the company at the time when the company shuts down or winds up. Now comes the important point. When a company is limited by guarantee, how does it run the company? Because see, they are not paying any money now. See, in a company limited by shares, the company issues shares to the public. Everybody puts in money. I put in 100 rupees, somebody puts in 1,000. They raise 50 crores, 100 crores, and they start the company and they start working. But in a company limited by guarantee, they are not raising any money through share capital. They are just mentioning that we will pay a certain sum of money at the time of winding up. Then how do these companies run? No money. These companies run through endowments, grants, fees, subscriptions given by the government. You've heard of a company called Mysore Silk Emporium? Mysore Silk
Yes.
Emporium promotes silk artisans. So the government has given them a grant of 25 crores. And there are certain people who have promised that in case Mysore Silk Emporium winds up, we'll pay 1 crore. Karnataka government, some ministry, all of them. So these companies, or for example, Karnataka Handicraft and Handloom Corporation of India. So they collect fees from all the members, handicraft and handloom weavers, all those who want to become a member, they'll pay an annual fees of 10,000 or 5,000 rupees and they'll become members of that particular company. So they run through fees, charges, endowments, grants. They don't collect any working capital in the form of share capital. There is only a guarantee by the government that in case something happens at the time of winding, and this is basically for the creditors to have confidence that nothing will happen to our money when we give money to these handloom handicraft people who are weaving our carpets or whatever, or Mysore Silk Emporium. So these are those companies where the members of the company only guarantee a certain sum of money at the time of winding up and at not any other point of time. But if you're applying for shares of Infosys Limited or Reliance Limited, if you whenever the company wants, they can ask you to pay the money if it's uncalled. But in the case of companies limited by guarantee, they don't take any share capital. They take only share capital at the time of
Winding.
winding up. Did you all understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Quickly running around. We have to finish by 7 o'clock. We are winding up.
Yes, sir. Next one is, yeah. Basically, they've given the case law and then that's
Just
all.
read
They've
the
given
case law, Narendra Kumar. Just read the case law quickly and then I'll go to the next one. Unlimited company.
The Supreme Court has laid down the right of a guarantee company to refuse to accept the transfer by a member of his interest in the company is on a different footing than that of a company limited by shares. The membership of the guarantee company can carry many privileges, much different from those of the ordinary shareholders.
Okay, so what happened in this case of Narendra Kumar Agarwal versus Saroj Malu was both this Narendra Kumar Agarwal and Saroj Malu were they had guaranteed a certain sum of the winding up. They had started a company limited by guarantee. It was running some artisans association or something like that, and they had limited by guarantee. Now, Saroj Malu wanted to sell the rights of her limited by guarantee to somebody else. She said, I will no longer be able to be a part. So she wanted to sell it, let's say, to somebody else, let's say to Shravan Hegde. Narendra Kumar Agarwal told you can't give it because you said you're going to guarantee 50 lakhs at the time of winding up. How do we know whether Shravan Hegde will also guarantee the same thing? You are a good standing, but we are. So she wanted to transfer her interest to somebody else. The court held, and she said it's a public limited company. I can sell whenever I want, no restriction. But the court held that since it's a company limited by guarantee, you cannot transfer unless all the other members agree. What, unless all the other members?
Agree.
Or you alter the memorandum of association. What, you alter the memorandum of association. So for company limited by shares, you can sell to anybody, whomever you want. But in the company limited by guarantee, you cannot just transfer. Understood? Got it?
Yes, sir.
Go to the next one quickly.
Yes, sir. Next one is unlimited company.
Let's see if we can finish this.
Section 2, Clause 92 of the Companies Act 2013 defines unlimited company as a company not having any limit on the liability of its members. In such a company, the liability of a member ceases when he ceases to be a member. The liability of each member extends to the whole amount of the company's debts and liabilities, but he will be entitled to claim a contribution from other members. In case the company has share capital, the articles of association must state the amount of share capital and the amount of each share.
Okay.
So long as the company is a going concern, the liability of the shares is the only liability which can be enforced by the company. The creditors can institute proceedings for winding up of the company for their claims. The official liquidator may call the members for the contribution towards the liabilities and debts of the company, which can be unlimited.
That's all?
Yes,
Anything
sir.
mentioned?
No. They've given a chart.
Okay, leave. Now, see, what is an unlimited company? Now, one more thing I want to tell you. This company is limited by guarantee can be of two types. The most common one is where the persons pay only at the time of winding up. But you can also have a company limited by guarantee with share capital. What with? Share?
Capital.
In the same way, unlimited company, most unlimited companies are companies where by the memorandum, the liability of the members are unlimited. Their liability does not extend only to the business assets of the company, but also to the personal assets of the members. So they say that in case the company is wound up, whatever is due to any creditor, my liability is unlimited. What my liability is? Unlimited. Now, that means, let's say there's a company. It winds up. They could sell the assets of only 50 lakhs. But let's say the liabilities, the creditors, bank loan is 2 crores. Not only can they recover 50 lakhs, but they can recover 1 crore 50 lakhs from all the members of the company. What, from the members of the company? From the personal assets. What, from the personal assets? Now, coming to these unlimited companies, when does a company become an unlimited company? So these are companies where, have you heard of a company? I don't know, in Karnataka, there's a company called KSIIDC, Karnataka State Infrastructure Industries Development Corporation. So they buy huge, big earth movers, etc., from German companies, etc.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So these companies, the German company doesn't know whether, in case the government doesn't defaults and all, so they've told we are an unlimited company. Even if you're buying worth 100 crores, even if the company is wound up, the government will be held responsible. What the government will be held? There is a company in Andhra Pradesh called APDDC, Andhra Pradesh Dairy Development Corporation. What it is? Andhra Pradesh Dairy Development, where the government has incorporated because this dairy development for all the dairy machinery, buying of cows, etc. The government has said, you pay us money, we are unlimited liability to give confidence to the creditors. Reebok Private Limited is an unlimited company. Reebok, Reebok shoes. So they have told we are a unlimited company. Anybody can, in case we wind up, creditors will never suffer a loss because all the members of the company will have unlimited liability. What, they'll have unlimited
liability, sir.
So those companies where the liability of the members is not limited only to the share capital or only to the uncalled amount of the share capital, but also to their personal assets are called as unlimited companies. What are they called as? Unlimited companies. Understood? Yes?
Yes,
No?
sir.
Okay. What's the next heading? Yeah. Go quickly. Tell me quickly.
Sir, in company limited by guarantee, which means it is only for MPOs?
No, where is it MPOs? Mysore Silk Emporium runs for profit only, right?
Because it is run by endowment fees and
Endowment government has given them grant, but they sell saris and they make profit out of it, and then they put back in the common pool, right?
Okay.
Understood.
Why is it not started by the share capital?
They don't want the headache of dealing with shareholders, the shareholders will ask for dividend, this, that, and all, no? Understand?
Okay.
This is just to promote handicrafts, handlooms, silk farmers, correct or no? You have shareholders, each of them will have their own expectations from the company, right?
Okay.
Correct? Yeah. Okay. To
Yes, sir.
prevent expectations from the people, they do that. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We'll do the remaining next class. What's the next heading, Pranav?
Sir, we're done with on the basis of liability. Next, we have to do on the basis of control.
Okay, we'll do it on the base of control tomorrow or whenever we have the next class. Okay, guys? Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Bye, sir.
Thank you for everything and your support.
Hi, Sandhya ma'am. Hi. Hi, hi. ಎಂಚವಲ್ಲೇರು? Fine, very fine. Surely. ನಾನು ಈಗಷ್ಟೇ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೆ ಆಫೀಸಿಂದ. ಹೌದಾ? ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೆ ಒಬ್ರಾದ್ರೂ ಸಿಗ್ತಾರ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಯಾ? ಓ ಒಬ್ರಾದ್ರೂ ಸಿಗ್ತಾರ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ಯಾ? ಹೌದೌದು. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಅವ್ರು ಒಬ್ರು ಇಲ್ಲ, ವೀಕ್ಷಿತ ಮತ್ತೆ ನೀವು ಬಿಟ್ಟು. ಬಂದು ವೀಕ್ಷಿತನಿಗೆ ಎಚ್ಚರ ಆಯ್ತು. ಹೌದು, ಮಾತಾಡಿ ಮಕ್ಳೇ, ಮಾತಾಡಿ, ಗಮ್ಮತ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಶ್ರೇಯಾ, ವೀಕ್ಷಿತ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಬಂದ್ಲು. ವೀಕ್ಷಿತನ ಮೇಲೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಲೈಟ್ ಬೀಳ್ತುಂಟು ತೋರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಅದು ನನ್ನ ತರವೇ.
ನವ್ಯ ಅಮ್ಮ, hi.
ಹಾಯ್ ಮೇಡಮ್.
ಹಾಯ್, hello. ಹುಷಾರಾಯ್ತು, ತಲುಪ್ರಿಯಾ?
ಹೇಳು ಹಾ, ಹುಷಾರಾಗಿ ತಪ್ಪಿದ್ದೇವೆ.
ಅವಳಿಗೆ ನಾಚಿಕೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ, ನವ್ಯನ್ಗೆ. ಹಾಯ್ ನವ್ಯ.
ತುಂಬಾ ಖುಷಿ ಆಯ್ತು.
ಹೌದಾ?
ಹಾ, ಸ್ಟೇಟಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ನೋಡಿದ್ರಾ?
ಹೌದು, ಹಾಕಿದ್ಯಾ?
ಹಾ, ತಂಗಿಯನ್ನು ಕೇಳಿದೆ.
ಹಾ. ಓ, ವಿಶ್ರುತ ಬುಚ್ಚಯ್ಯ. ಹಾಯ್ ಅಂತೆ. ಹಾಯ್. ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡು. ಇದು ಕಾರ್ನ್ ತಿನ್ನುವ ಪುಚ್ಚೆ, ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? ಕಾರ್ನ್.
ಹೌದಾ?
ಮ್ಯಾವ್ ಅಂತೆ. ಏನಾದ್ರು ಮ್ಯಾವ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ನವಮಿ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ. ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್
ನನ್ನ ಫೇವರೆಟ್.
ಈಗ ಯಾರದು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್? ಯಾರದು?
ಮೇಹುಲ್ ಸರ್ ಇದು.
ಸರಿ ನಾನು ಹತ್ಯೆ ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಎಂತ ಗಮ್ಮತ್ತಾಯ್ತು ಯಬ್ಬ, ಸಖತ್ ಗಮ್ಮತ್ತಾಯ್ತು.
ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ.
ಹಲೋ
ಹಾಯ್.
ಹಲೋ
ಹಾಯ್ ಸಮೃದ್ಧಿ.
Hello ma'am, how are you ma'am?
Now very fine. What about you?
ಅವಳು ತಿಂಡಿ ತಕೊಂಡ್ ಬಂದು ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ಳೆ ತಿಂತಾಳೆ.
ಹೌದಾ? ವಿಶ್ರುತಕ್ಕ, ಸಮೃದ್ಧಿ ಅಕ್ಕ. ಹಾಯ್ ಮಮ್ಮಿ.
Hi.
ನವಮಿ ಅಕ್ಕ.
ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇಷ್ಟು ದೊಡ್ಡ ವೀಕ್ಷಿತ ಮಾತೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ವೀಕ್ಷಿತನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾಳಲ್ಲ. ಓ ಇದು
ವೀಕ್ಷಿತ. ಹಾಯ್.
ಯಾವ ಕ್ಯಾಮ್ರಾ
ಗಮ್ಮತ್ತಲ್ಲಿ
ಆಯ್ತು, ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ನಾನು ಬರ್ತೆ. ಬಾಯ್ ಬಾಯ್.
ಓಕೆ ಬಾಯ್.
ಬಾಯ್
ಬಾಯ್.
ಬಾಯ್.
Pranav.
Can I get the hosting rights, please? Audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Whose session was it before this?
Rajdeep.
Rajdeep, sir.
Rajdeep, sir.
Okay. Is the screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Am I visible? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes,
Good
sir.
morning, everyone. Hope you guys are doing well. There, somewhere there, back-to-back theory sessions. Most of you are exhausted. All this nonsense which might be running in your mind. Don't worry. All right. What we'll do is we'll pick something very, very light, at the same time important from examination perspective. Don't worry about that. All right. What we'll do is today's session, we'll spend 15 minutes in the fact, not now. In the last 15 minutes, we'll learn how to learn. All right. We'll learn how to read and learn this paper called launch. So after yesterday's session, I had a little bit of brainstorming with sir and a lot of thought process going on. Apparently, this time, CA intermediate paper was difficult, law, and CA foundation paper was comparatively simpler. All right. Good news, a lot of our students, when I got to know later on from sir, have been able to score a very good score in law and which ranges between 65, 70, 72. This is the score. Our own CAP student. First one. Although CA foundation results were pathetic, still, our students were able to sail through in law specifically in a fairly decent manner. All right. What we'll do, last 15 minutes, we are going to pick up only those questions which are running in your mind and we are going to try answering those. All right. First question, should we even read law? Second question, how do we read law? Third question, what we read will we be able to remember? Fourth question, will I be able to remember and write? Fifth question, will I get marks for what I've written? 5, 6 important queries running in your mind. We are going to touch upon that. All right. Till then, sit straight. 1 hour that we spend, 1 hour, 15 minutes that we spend, absolute delight. We are not going to just sit here for the sake of it. Let's enjoy as if we are sitting in the PVR. Now, in Hubba, actually, the alumni meet, somebody came out of blue and not foundation. Don't worry. All right. It was some CA final student. Good news, that person cleared in yesterday's day before yesterday's result. That person out of blue came, and that person was a student at CAPS right from CA Foundation. So I've had a chance of being there even in their batches. So his point was, sir, every time you end up talking about sit as if you're sitting in PVR, sit as if you're sitting in Inox, why do you mention PVR and Inox? Why not a classroom itself? Good question. Most of you might have this question in your mind as well. Who was that nerd in Three Idiots? What was his name?
Chatur.
I'm sorry, what was his name? Chatur. How many of you don't know this character called Chatur? I'm sure majority of you sitting here might remember that Three Idiots movie, which each one of you would have watched. You remember that character called Chatur? How many of you actually put in efforts to remember his name? Which case law really talks about minor cannot enter into contract?
Mohari Bibi versus Dharma.
Now, when it came to Chatur, almost so many voices, so many people were able to answer. But when it comes to Mohari Bibi versus Dharmadas Ghosh, the voice is suddenly reduced. Does it happen? It happens often. Is it normal? Absolutely normal. Why? When you were watching the movie, nobody actually compelled you to sit and remember his name. Nobody wants you to remember. When nobody wants you to remember, you're absolutely relaxed, and when you're relaxed, you end up giving more than what is required. Not sure how many of you make sense out of what I'm just saying. All right. When you are calm, when you're relaxed, you by default remember stuff. When you're watching a movie, all right, out of blue, I just say there is one person in Bahubali who is killed or who is going to kill Bahubali. I don't recall his name. What is his name? I'm sorry, anyone? Somebody who killed Bahubali. How many of you sitting here actually spent hours together remembering Kattappa's name? None of us.
No, sir.
This is the whole logic is. All right. This is exactly why I asked you to sit as if you're sitting in a PVR. My headache to ensure that the screenplay is going well. You have to ensure that you're giving your heart and soul while you're here in the PVR show. Simple as that. Let's get started with today's session. The topic that we were discussing was, I hope the screen is visible to everyone. Yes. Which chapter were we discussing, by the way?
Negotiable
You remember the faculty at least, right? If not the topic, all right, looking at your faces, I'm getting scared. The topic that we were discussing was Negotiable Instruments Act 1881. All right, very important topic from your examination perspective. You can expect a couple of questions. Sit straight, everyone. Sit straight, everyone. Close all your books. Close all your books. What under the sky are you writing or reading? I don't know. Please close your books and sit straight, everybody. All right, let's go ahead. We saw the relevance of this topic, important in examination because you can easily expect, very important, you can easily expect 5 to 10 marks only from this chapter. Important topic. All right, Shreya, we went on to understand what is the definition of the word negotiable instrument. Where is the definition coming from? The definition is coming from section 13. Section 13 says negotiable instrument means, the moment they've used the word means, you cannot take anything beyond this. So only 3 things can be negotiable instrument. What are those 3 things? Promissory note, bill of exchange, check. Does my answer end here? Answer is no. My answer is incomplete until and unless I write the next phrase. And what is the next phrase? Payable either to the order or to the bearer of the instrument. Clear, everyone? We went on to understand what are the conditions of negotiability. 3 important conditions which you will have to remember. First one, it is freely transferable. Second one, it is taken for a value and in good faith. Third one, if I don't get my money, I will file a case against you, and that filing of case is nothing but person can sue upon the instrument. Using this instrument, I can file a case. Fair enough? Then we went on to understand what are the characteristics. You will have to remember the characteristics, Sandhya, because this will help you in remembering the definition of what is a promissory note, what is a bill of exchange. Vikram, all right. What exactly is a bill of exchange? What is a promissory note? Section 4 defines what is a promissory note. What is a promissory note? Insist you to keep your cameras on. Promissory note is an instrument in writing which is containing an unconditional promise. It's a promissory note, but I can't use the word promise.
Undertaking.
Oh, don't. I'm just completing this. Little give me an opportunity, no? So it is an unconditional promise. But I can't use the word promise. So what is the word I use? I use the word undertaking. But what undertaking, sir? What promise is this for, and who is making this promise? This promise is made by the signer. All right, and that signer is nothing but the maker himself. Are you understanding? Now, what is he signing, sir? What is he promising? He is promising to pay a certain sum of money. But to whom? Either to the order of the instrument or to the bearer of the instrument. Either to the order of the certain person or to the bearer of the instrument. Simple. Very interesting. This promissory note has removed 2 things from the definition. What are those 2 things? Banking note, currency note. This is the definition of promissory note. If you understand one thing, if I remember promissory note definition, I will easily remember bills of exchange definition. Why? Bills of exchange is defined in section 5. Bills of exchange is an instrument in writing which is containing an unconditional order. There, unconditional undertaking. Here it is unconditional order. Whom am I ordering and who is ordering? Order is being made by the person who is making it. But whom is he ordering and what is he ordering? He is ordering a certain person for paying certain sum of money. To whom? Either to the order of the certain person or to the bearer of the instrument. Simple, everyone with me? All right. So this is the definition of bills of exchange. Then we went on to understand the definition of the word check. Section 6 defines the word check. Very important. Is check a promissory note or a bill of exchange?
Bill of exchange.
The definition itself says check is a bill of exchange wherein You are ordering the banker. Which banker? Specified banker. Not every and any banker will make the payment. Only the specified banker will make the payment. But will he come to your house and make the payment? You have to demand it. So it is payable only if demanded, or else it is not payable. And this also includes, very important, truncated check and check in electronic form. This was the definition that we have seen of check. Then we went on to understand a couple of terminologies. We saw what is not negotiable, what is the meaning of the word crossing, what is the meaning of the word not negotiable crossing, what is an account payee crossing. We saw what is the meaning of the word holder and holder in due course. Let's spend some time here. Let's revise this. Sit straight, insist you to keep your cameras on. Section 8 defines the word holder. Who is this holder? Holder is a person who, in his own name, he is rightfully in his own name having the capacity for what? To recover the money. Nandita, I've given you a check in your own name. All right, in the check, I've written Nandita's name. Tomorrow, if Nandita does not receive the money, can she file a case against me? Answer is yes. Why? Because she's a holder. Holder is a person who, in her own name, in his own name, has a right to receive or recover the amount. If he does not receive or recover the amount, he has a right to sue the person, to sue the maker of the instrument. Sleeping?
No.
Silence is acceptance somewhere. All right, we've seen. We've seen. All right. Where have we seen? Which type of partner silence is accepted?
Partner by estoppel.
Partner by estoppel.
Somewhere, sir. Don't ask those questions. We are done with that chapter. Fair enough. All right. ICI will not allow like this. No. Coming back to the point. In case of a holder, very, very critical, holder of a negotiable instrument means a person who in his own name has a right to receive or recover the amount. This is the whole definition of the word holder. Then we went on to understand the concept of holder in due course. We have taken an example of some mythological character called Abhimanyu. Now, what is this Abhimanyu, sir? Abhimanyu is that powerful person who can enter, who can break every Chakravyuh and enter. Do you agree? Yes. He was the only one after Arjun to enter any Chakravyuh for that matter. Of course, you have some other exceptions. You keep it to yourself for time being. I'm teaching holder in due course, not Mahabharata. So the point is, there is everything that this holder in due course can do because he is taking the instrument in good faith. Very, very important language that we are talking about. Who's a holder in due course, Nachiket? Holder in due course means a person, very, very critical. Open your eyes, everyone. Holder in due course means a person who, for a consideration, has become the possessor of the instrument. Very, very critical. Everyone with me? Yes. So a holder in due course is a person who's got the instrument for a consideration. I've sold goods to you, you made the payment to me, I have got the instrument, I've got it for a consideration. I've given it to Shreya, Shreya has given it to Prapti, Prapti to Nachiket, Nachiket to Pooja. Each one of us have got this instrument for a consideration. Are you understanding? Everybody with me? All right. And now, second thing, wherein this whole amount, all right, where this amount which is being mentioned in the instrument is payable to the holder in due course. Why? Because he is taking it in good faith. When I say good faith, what do you mean? He is taking it in such a belief that there are no defects. Example, let's take an example. Let's suppose there is a Spider-Man. All right, this Spider-Man has got an instrument, but there is a defect in the title, or he himself has stolen it, he himself has gone ahead and done 100 things. Are you with me, everyone? All right. Now, once this passes through the Spider-Man, Spider-Man didn't know that there is a defect in the title. He has taken the instrument innocently for a consideration in good faith. Law says he is this Abhimanyu. He has the superpower. What is the superpower? Even though there is a defect in the title, the moment it passes through this Spider-Man, all the defects are removed. With me, everyone? All right. This is exactly what Abhimanyu was capable of. He's the only one who can remove all the defects in the Chakravyuh, except for one. Exit. All right. He didn't know how to exit. Are you with me, everyone? Similarly, in case of holder in due course, he can remove all the defects except for one. Which one?
Forgery.
Clear, everyone? I'm not sure, guys, you've spent time in memorizing all this. All right. I'm sure each one of you sitting here are able to recall what we have discussed. This is the whole beauty. I'm not here to sit and help you in memorizing stuff that you can do much better than me. You don't need somebody in that. I just want you to understand the concept. That's my job. Clear, everybody with me? All right. Then we went on to see one of the examples where delivery was missing. All right. It was not delivered. If an instrument is not delivered, that means there is no question of title in the instrument itself. When there is no question of title in the instrument itself, how can a holder in due course also remove it? Example, can I give birth even before I was born?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Biologically not possible. Any other theories you have, you keep it to yourself. I repeat, might be a very stupid example, but I will connect it with the example. Don't worry. Can I give birth even before I was born?
No, sir.
No, sir.
This is exactly what we are trying to say. When the instrument was not delivered at all, then there is no instrument. Why? Because one of the important characteristics, if you recall, of a negotiable instrument is delivery. When something is not delivered itself, then that is not a complete instrument. When it is not a complete instrument itself, can a holder in due course remove the defect in an instrument? Sir, there is no instrument only. Which defect will you even remove? I have taken it in good faith. Congratulations. You've taken it in good faith, but you've taken a waste piece of paper that has no value. Why? Because it was never delivered. Are you able to understand? With me, everyone? Yes, read this example. Read this example. Quick, 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 quick.
A person signed acceptance on a bill of exchange and kept it in his drawer. The bill was stolen by X and he filled it up for rupees 20,000 and negotiated it to an innocent person for value. It was held that the signer to blank acceptance was not liable to the holder in due course because he never delivered the instrument intending to be used as a negotiable instrument. Further, as a condition of liability, the signer as a maker, drawer, endorser, or acceptor must deliver the instrument to another. In absence of delivery, the signer is not liable. Furthermore, the paper so signed and delivered must be stamped in accordance by the law prevalent at the time of signing and on delivering. Otherwise, the signer is not stopped from showing that instrument was filled without his authority.
Sir, we didn't understand head and tail of what our friend has just said. No problem. I'll spend another 2 minutes here. Sit straight. I have an instrument with me. All right, I've signed it and I've kept it in the drawer. One fine day, Vikram is there. He has stolen it. Assume. All right. Now, when Vikram has stolen it, he has given it to Samriti. Samriti has given it to Pooja. Pooja has given it to Dhanush. All are happy. On the due date, Dhanush is coming to me and asking me to make the payment. Do you think I'll make the payment? The question is very simple. Who delivered? Who gave it to you? Did I deliver? The answer is no. Sir, but there is a defect in the title and the holder in due course can remove it. Agreed. There should be a defect in the title of the instrument. There is no instrument here itself. Sir, how there is no instrument? There paper. You've signed and kept it in your drawer. Don't forget. Sir, madam, that paper was drawn and kept it in my drawer, was never delivered. And when something is not delivered, it is not a negotiable instrument. Clear? Clear? Everyone understood? Second important thing, when I go back to the characteristics, I'll go back to the characteristics, don't worry. Very important, not just signature, there is stamping also required. What? Putting it under your feet and jumping over it? Stamping is paying a stamp duty and getting it recorded with the government. That is called stamp. Clear? Everybody understood the concept? So every negotiable instrument has to be signed, delivered, and stamped. If something is missing, it is not going to be a valid instrument. When an instrument itself is not valid, then there is no question of holder in due course removing that defect. Clear with the concept, everyone? Understood the concept? All right. I'll take all the questions in some time. Hold on. Let me quickly revise whatever we've discussed and then I'll begin with the question. The next topic is, sir, we saw who is Rama. Rama can be seen from different angles. The same way, bills of exchange or negotiable instrument can be seen from different angles and classifying it under different angles. It's straight, everyone. Sleeping? Boring?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Right, there's no option as well now. Now sit straight. In a situation where a negotiable instrument has to be classified, I classify it under 4 buckets. Any of these 4 buckets. The first bucket, Pallavi, is bearer or order instrument. What is bearer or order instrument? If I've specifically ordered only Pallavi will receive the money, only Pallavi can receive. Can anybody else receive it? Answer is no. Why? It's an order instrument. Second one, bearer instrument. Whoever has the voucher will go ahead and enjoy the voucher. Whoever holds it will be the real owner, will be the actual owner and can go ahead and enjoy. Such instruments are called bearer instrument. Clear? Eh? Second bucket, we call it inland instrument or foreign instrument. If 3 conditions are satisfied, made in India or drawn in India, made payable in India, to a person in India, if all these conditions are satisfied, only then it will be called an inland instrument. Sir, one item is missing. Is it okay? Not okay. It becomes a foreign instrument. The next topic which we went on to understand was inchoate instrument and ambiguous instrument. The word inchoate means incomplete. Something is missing in that instrument. Such instruments are called as inchoate instrument. The second category is ambiguous instrument. Now, what is ambiguous instrument? Focus. Ambiguous instrument is like our lives, confused. We don't know what should I treat it as. All right. Whether it is a promissory note or whether it is a bill of exchange, I don't know. Example. Let's take an example. Samriddhi has given a promissory note to Mehul. Focus, everyone. Mehul. So what is the promissory note? That means Samriddhi is promising on the due date, Mehul, don't worry, I will make the payment to you. All right. Now Mehul has gone ahead and given it to Kushal. Kushal has gone ahead and given it to Kaushal. Kaushal has gone ahead and given it to Kavya. Kavya has gone ahead and given it to Ramya. Ramya has gone ahead and given it to Samriddhi. Once again, congratulations. Now what has happened? This is a promissory note. Samriddhi promised she will give it to Mehul. On the due date, Mehul, you will receive the payment. Now, till due date, I can't wait. I have to make a payment to, let's suppose, in this situation, Kushal. So I'm saying, Kushal, wait, on the due date, Samriddhi will come and make the payment to you. What am I doing? Endorsement. I'm endorsing the same instrument to Kushal. Are you understanding, everybody with me? All right. Now, Kushal will give it to Kaushal. Kaushal will give it to Ramya, Kavya, and finally, the same instrument reaches Samriddhi once again. Now, on the due date, what will happen? Samriddhi will take out money from one pocket, put it in another pocket. Samriddhi paying Samriddhi itself. Wow. Now, what is it? Is it a bill of exchange or is it a promissory note? Complete Bhairpuri. Such instruments are called ambiguous instruments. Now, what should I treat, sir? How should I treat it? I will leave it to the person whoever has issued it, right? I will allow that person to go ahead and decide how do you want it to be treated. But finally, that is the ambiguity. There is the confusion. So I will leave it to her. Decide how do you want to treat it. Promissory note, bill of exchange, cancel, close it. The next topic, the last topic is classification, whether it is a demand instrument or time instrument. Demand instrument means payable only if demanded. Example?
Check.
Simple as that. All right. You will have to go demand for a check, only then the instrument is going to be payable. Or else, do you think the banker is going to be a relative, come home and give the money along with sweets? Nonsense. It's a demand instrument. Only if you demand, you will get the money. Or else, finally. Simple as that. Understood? Second very important category is time instrument. The moment the instrument is due, the person has to come to you and make the payment. These are called time instruments. Crystal clear, everybody? All right. Then we went on to understand what exactly is the whole concept of section 18, which says in case if something is written in words and something in numbers, what will you consider? You're going to consider what is written in words. Then we went on to understand or calculate the maturity date. I hope you remember maturity date calculation. Grace days, 3 days with from when should you calculate, how you should calculate, a couple of things that we've discussed on maturity date. Do you remember the faculty at least?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Remember, we have discussed this topic as well.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
All right, where we saw that whenever you're calculating maturity date, you have to ensure that the 3 days are added. Very, very critical. This is nothing but your grace days. Are you understanding? And how do you calculate your maturity date? Remember, against whichever date I've written from will not be included. Against whichever date I've written to will be included for the purpose of my calculation. Clear, everyone? Understood the point? Then we went on to understand what exactly is the whole discussion revolving around how to negotiate, which we are going to begin in today's session. Look into it a little more in detail. Begin? Can I begin? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Not sure how many of you realized. Not sure how many of you realized. I've spent 22 minutes only on revising what I've discussed in the last 2 hours. I am okay with it because this is exactly how you prepare for law. Revision is the only way to remember law. Can I begin now? Yes. Sit straight. Sit straight. Everyone, 100% focus. 45 minutes that we spend together on this topic. Let's ensure that we give our heart and soul. Sit straight. The next topic, Kushal, I'll take all the questions. Just park it aside for a while. I will take all your questions, all right? Which you had raised your hand sometime back. I will answer all of those. So, the topic that we are going to discuss now is, sir, how to negotiate, sir. When you say negotiate, what do you mean by negotiate? Negotiate means you have to pass it on. On the due date, you should receive the money. That is the whole concept. All right. Now, negotiation can happen two ways. Modes of negotiation. What are we learning? Modes of negotiation. What do you mean by all this, sir? 2 ways to negotiate. Kushal, the first way is to ensure that I give the instrument to you. You give it to your mother, mother gives it to father, father gives it to sister, sister gives it to you. What is this? On the due date, whoever has the instrument will go ahead and encash it. What are such instruments called? Bearer instruments. Simple, everyone. This is for bearer instrument. Delivery is important. Don't you think so? Only if I give it to you, you will give it to your father, father to mother, mother to you. Shreya, about to yawn or already yawn. Now the point is, delivery is very, very critical in case of, listen to me very carefully, delivery is very critical in case of bearer instruments. Why? Because on the due date, whoever has the instrument will enjoy it. Guys, I don't want complicated example. Let's take a simple example. We go to a normal hotel. All right. We call it Darshini. Everybody with me? Yes. So in the hotel, you order idli, you'll get a coupon. Whoever goes to the counter, shows the coupon, will get the idli. That's exactly how it works. Yes, you go to the cat. Oh God. Do you really want me to explain how to buy idlis?
No,
Sit
sir.
straight, everyone. Sit straight, everyone. Insist you to keep your cameras on and listen to. I want to buy a plate of idli. I go to the cash counter. I pay him money. He'll give me a coupon. I will take the token. I will go to the place wherever the kitchen is. I will give it to him. I will show it to him, and I will take my parcel. I will take the food. Now, in this due course, let's suppose you have got the token. I have given it to you. You go to the kitchen. You take the order. You eat. You have given it to your mother. Mother has given to father. Father has given to you. Or you have given it to your sister. Whoever goes to the kitchen will get the food. At the end of the day, what are we talking? It's a bearer instrument. It is more like a bearer instrument. Whoever has it will enjoy it. Simple concept, everybody. But to have it, somebody must give it. Are you with me? For you to have it, I have to give it to you. And giving is nothing but delivery. I have to deliver it. So if you want to negotiate a bearer instrument, simple. I give you the instrument, and you before the maturity date, you go ahead and enjoy the rights in that instrument. For a bearer instrument, delivery is necessary. Clear, everyone? Hyphen that topic over. How many of you want me to repeat this? Everybody understood over? All right. Now, in case it is an instrument which is payable to the order, that means there are 2 types of instrument. You should know. Order instrument, bearer instrument. Bearer instrument, whoever has the instrument will enjoy it. Order instrument, whosever name is mentioned in it, only that person will get it, nobody else. Sir, but I'm holding it. I don't care. Ensure that it goes back to the right person. Right? Because only his name is mentioned. Let's take an example. All right. Sahana cleared CA Foundation. Out of happiness, she has given me a check of 1 crore. Small amount. All right. Possible. Now, in this case, she's written clearly Mehul's name. Can you guys go ahead and encash it?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
You got the check.
No,
All
sir.
right. Let's suppose you got the check as well. What will you do with it? Can you do anything? You will
We
have to
can't
come
do
and give it to
anything.
me. You
Yes, sir.
have to come back and give it to me itself. Can you do anything with that check? Answer is no. You can't do anything with it. You will have to come back and give it to me. So, two important things. Whenever an instrument is payable to the order, the negotiation can happen either by delivery or by endorsement. What is endorsement? I give it to you. You know it's a waste piece of paper. By default, you have to give it to the right person. This is endorsement. Second case, I myself go to the right person and give it. Simple as that. That is called delivery. Did you understand what we've just spoken about? Everybody.
Sir, could you repeat the?
I repeat. Sit straight. Everyone. What are we learning? We are learning modes of negotiation. What do you mean by it, sir? How to get the instrument in the hands of the rightful owner. That is called negotiating. Not the negotiating which you said in the first class. That is not the right answer. That is called bargaining. It's a separate thing. What we are learning right now is negotiation. How do you negotiate? All right. There are two types. First, you check what type of instrument is yours. Is it a bearer instrument or is it an order instrument? Bearer instrument, simple. Whoever has the instrument will enjoy the rights in it. That means that person must have the instrument. For him to have the instrument, you have to deliver the instrument to him. It's like a pizza delivery. Whoever gets, after the pizza is delivered to you, you can relish it. If the pizza is not delivered, can you relish it?
No, sir.
No. Simple as
No,
that.
sir.
Simple as that. All right. This is delivery.
Awesome.
If it is a situation of order instrument, now what do you mean by order instrument, sir? Only that person whose name is mentioned in the instrument will be the person who can get the money. Nobody else. So you go to that person and give the instrument directly. Sir, sorry, sir, in between there are 3-4 parties. You give it to those 3-4 parties. Finally, it has to end up with the same final party who should receive the money. Nobody else can get. So this movement directly to the person is called delivery. This movement through different people is called endorsement. Everybody understood? Everybody understood?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Can I continue now?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now listen to me. You will make listen to me, all right? I made a check. Listen to me very carefully, yeah? I made a check, 10,000 crore rupees. And I'm ordering the bank, pay 10,000 crore rupees to you. What will happen?
If you have,
10,000 crores. I don't have. Let me clarify that itself first. I don't have 10,000 crores.
the check will bounce, sir.
All right, check will bounce. My friends, previous match students, hold. All right, control. Second
Sir, can you
instrument.
repeat?
I am ordering you. I'm making a bill of exchange. All right, I'm making a bill of exchange. I'm ordering you to make 10,000 crore rupees payment. Like this, I can order the
Yeah.
entire world, though.
So you are ordering.
Sir,
It's not
It's a
checking.
bill of exchange. It's a bill of exchange. That's what I'm taking an example right now. It's a bill of exchange. I'm ordering you make a payment of 10,000 crores. You'll make the payment.
sir, there is no
The
consideration.
consideration.
Look at all smart people sitting here. The moment your money is involved, no, you all become hypersensitive about it. Sit straight, you're right. Like this, I can make thousands of instruments and keep circulating in the market telling that you have to pay, you have to pay, you have to pay, you have to pay. It's a waste piece of paper until and unless you accept it. I can make thousands such instruments, but you have to accept it, no? Are you understanding? Everybody with me? All right. This will be accepted only if I come to you and present it, correct? Only if I come, show this instrument to you and tell, look, you have to make the payment of 10,000 rupees to me. And after you accept, then comes the second chapter. First chapter, you have to first accept the instrument. For that, I have to present the instrument to you. This is called presentment for acceptance. Simple? Everyone with me? All right. What is presentment for acceptance? Pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. Everybody with me. What is this presentment for acceptance, sir? I will make the instrument and I will give it to you. You're the debtor. You have to make the payment to me. Don't forget. All right. So I will make the instrument. I will give it to you. You have to accept it. This is called presentment for acceptance. This is chapter 1. Shreya. This is chapter 1. On the due date, what will happen? I will come again after 20 days when it is due. After 30 days when it is due, I will come again. Again, I will present. But this time, what is this presentment for?
Payment.
Simple as that. This is called presentment for payment. Crystal clear with the concept, everyone? I repeat. There are two presentments which you will come across, Vikshita. There are two presentments which you will come across. The first one is called presentment for acceptance, where I will draw the instrument and get your acceptance. So that on the due date, again I will come you and tell good morning and ask for my payment. And that is called presentment for payment. So far clear? Everybody understood the concept? Everybody
Yes,
understood
sir.
the concept? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Read section 61 now.
Presentment for acceptance, section 61. Bill of exchange payable after sight must be presented. In case where time and place is specified, presented at a particular place. In case where no time and place is specified, presented to drawee within reasonable time in business hours on a business day.
Did you understand the point? I will come to you for acceptance. I've drawn an instrument on you. I'm telling you, make the payment of 10,000 rupees. I will come in the midnight at 1 o'clock to your house, ring the bell, and ask you to accept it. Will you be okay with it?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Why? Why?
It's not usual.
Unreasonable.
You had already told me, sir, please come at 5 o'clock, come to my office. So if you've already mentioned particular time and place, I have to come at that particular time and place itself for the purpose of presenting so that you can accept it. I come at 1 o'clock in the midnight to your house and ask you to make the payment or ask you to accept it. Will you accept it? You will tear and throw it on my face. And looking at, forget about 1 o'clock in the midnight, look at your faces at 8 o'clock in the evening itself. Correct? Can I continue? Guys, imagine if I start teaching yawning hard on screen. If I start teaching the way you guys sit in the session. Trust me, forget about you. I will quit teaching immediately thereafter. I will not be able to sit here. Second important point. Sir, where you not mentioned the time and place. Now what? Can I come in the midnight at 12 o'clock and ask you? Still, sir, common sense, which is missing. All right. You will have to come only during reasonable time on business days. All right. In a business hour. That means whenever you are doing your business, I have to come at that point of time. On a business day. At reasonable time. Only then it is acceptable, or else you need not accept this instrument. Crystal clear with the concept? Open your books. Open your books. Quick, 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 quick. Enjoying? Boring? Sleepy?
Enjoying, sir.
Enjoying.
Silence.
Enjoying, sir. Enjoying, sir.
Right answers. Enjoy. There's no option. All right. When you have no option, just enjoy. Being optionless. Right down in the middle of the page. Presentment. Very, very critical topics. Your CA foundation questions are being asked from this topic. So pay attention. Apurva, can I continue? Arpitas, all the Arpitas there in the session? All the Apurvas there in the session? Right. Presentment in case of bills, in case of negotiable instruments. Presentment. Presentment in case of Sachi, there. Shravan, Samriddhi, Shreya, there. Guys, you can smile, huh? It doesn't seem like you guys are all debt-ridden people. You've even taken people loans from people, right? Which you have to pay. Looking at your faces, I find it so difficult to teach. Relax. Calm down. Present one, 2 arrow marks. One, presentment for acceptance. First arrow mark, presentment for acceptance. Presentment for acceptance. Second arrow mark. Second arrow mark. Everybody has to write. First arrow mark is presentment for acceptance. Second arrow mark. Presentment for payment. Insist you to keep your cameras on. Srinitya there. Satvi there in the session.
Yes, sir.
Naveen there. Can I continue? Atharva there. Can I continue? Dikshat. Right. Presentment for payment. Presentment for acceptance, 2 arrow marks. Presentment for acceptance, 2 arrow marks. Vinyas there?
Yes, sir.
Right out. Right out. Presentment for acceptance, 2 arrow marks. Where particular time and place is specified. Where particular time and place is specified. Where particular time and place is specified. Under this, write down to be presented at such particular time and place. To be presented Adrat. And with all your asanas. Right on.
Yes, sir.
Brilliant. Right on. To be presented at such particular time and place. Second aroma. Akshay, second aroma. Where no such time and place is specified. Where no such time and place is specified for presentment. For presentment. Under this, write down. Under this, write down. Reasonable hours. Reasonable hours. Reasonable time, sorry, reasonable time in business hours on business days. So far clear? I'll give you 10 seconds. Just look at the chart and be ready for a question now. I'll give you 10 seconds.
Sir, can you repeat the last sentence, which is business hours?
Reasonable time in business hours on business days. Reasonable business hours or business hours on business days. Everybody has looked at it. Ready for a question now? Right now. Right now.
Yes.
Pranav Limited insists, Safi, insists on presenting the instruments, presenting a bill of exchange, ordering Mehul to make the payment. For this, The instrument is presented for acceptance. The instrument is presented for acceptance. Case 1. Case 1. Mehul operates his business. Mehul operates his business from Monday to Friday. From Monday to Friday. From 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. From 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Full stop. Full stop. Comment when should it be presented? Comment when should it be presented for acceptance? When should it be presented for acceptance? Within bracket write down, no time and place specified. Comment when should it be presented for acceptance? Within bracket write down, no time and place specified. Everybody has to write. This question is one of the examination questions, sir.
Sir, time and
Place. No time and place has been specified. Close the bracket. Ready? Everyone? Sit straight. Sit straight. Everyone. Put down your pens. Sit straight. Now here they have not mentioned the time and place. Can Pranav come on a Saturday and recover the money? And rather, can Pranav come on Saturday and present it for acceptance?
no, sir.
No, sir.
It should be on
Working
business
days.
days and
From
business
Monday
hours.
to Friday.
Working
Now,
days.
please
Monday to
note,
To Friday.
they've not used the word
Business
working
days.
days. They've not used the word working days. So please don't create one right now. It is business days. Monday to Friday is my business day. Can he come on Saturday and present it? Answer is no. Clear? Everyone with me? Second question, listen to me. Now, second question, listen to me. Can he come at 10 p.m. and present it for acceptance on Monday? Why?
No, sir.
Monday is my business day, right?
The business time 6 a.m.
Business
Hours.
Morning 9 a.m. to 6
The
p.m.
business hours is
Very important. Business hours is something that you have to mention. Everybody with me? Yes. So can he come at 10 p.m. and present it, even though it is Monday, it is a business day? I agree, but not my business hours. So I will not accept it. With me, everybody understood the concept? Crystal clear, right on. If presented on Saturday, 9 a.m. If presented on Saturday, 9 a.m. Not valid. Not valid. Everybody agreeing to it? Are you agreeing to it? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Second
Yes,
question.
sir.
After this. If presented on Monday at 10 p.m. If presented on Monday at 10 p.m. Not valid. Not valid. First one, because it is not a business day. Second one, because it is not a business hour. This is still clear with the concept, everyone? Everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Now
sir.
ready for bouncers? This was basic. This was chiller. This, even without my explanation, you would have been able to crack the next one now. Case 2. Case 2. Right now. Case 2. Puja. Case 2. Pranav Limited operates the hotel. Pranav Limited operates the hotel from Monday to Saturday. From 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. It's a hotel. All right. From 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. I have not got confused with AMs and PMs. If you have got confused, don't declare that I am not aware of it. You think and answer this now. From 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. What would be your answer in the above two situations? Not sure how many of you are aware. There are many hotels, many restaurants which operate only in the nights. There are many restaurants which are known only for the dinners. They don't have breakfast and they don't have lunch.
Yes, sir.
All those who have already landed in a fantasy world come back. All right. And control your nerves. Come back. I'm talking about food and restaurant. All right. Come back. Now coming back to the question. What would be your answer in the above two situations? What would
Reasonable
be your answer?
time.
Good. Answer. Raise your hands and answer. Don't blurt out your answers. Raise your hands. No one will raise. Good. Tanushree, Sampriti.
Sir, it is from Monday to Saturday within 10 p.m. to 6 p.m. itself.
Correct. So the above two situation, is it a valid presentment?
Yes, sir. Saturday at 9 a.m. is not valid, but Monday at 10 p.m. is valid.
Saturday 9 a.m. is not valid, but Monday 10 p.m. is valid.
Yeah.
Next, Samriti, Pranav, quick.
Yes, I'm not. I have not written properly the times. Maybe is it 10 p.m. to 6 p.m.?
I have repeated this thrice because I know you'll get confused. 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. You are right in what you have written.
Okay, sir.
So answer.
According to first question, if Saturday 9 a.m. Because it is 9 a.m. And my work starts from 10. Pranav Limited starts from 10 p.m. So it is not valid. But if it present on Monday 10 p.m. it is valid because Monday is my business day and 10 p.m. is my business hours.
All right, Pranav, Sandhya, last two answers and then I wrap up all the first. Good.
So it is the business day.
Business day.
As I feel it is not business day, it is night business going on, sir.
Oh, okay. Another level of interpretation altogether. Sir, you've given business day, business night is not included here. Anything else? Fabulous. By the way, this is exactly how people fight in High Court and Supreme Court. I am not exaggerating. Someday I am going to teach, maybe at Inter, not now. When you sit with me at Inter, there is a chapter called Interpretation of Statute. I will show how a comma creates confusion. I will show it to you. And this is fought at Delhi High Court. I will show it to you. Maybe after this discussion itself, I'll take it out. Quick, one last answer. Whoever wants to answer, first person that I hear will answer. Quick, anyone?
Sir, Pranav Limited is the drawer, so you can't. So both the cases will still be not valid.
Why?
Sir, we're talking about Mehul's business hours, not Pranav Limited's.
But Pranav has to present it for acceptance by Mehul, no? That's the whole discussion that we are talking about.
Sir, so Pranav has to present it in Mehul's business hours, not his own business hours.
Brilliant observation. Brilliant observation. Not sure how many of you understood, don't worry. All right, sit straight. Most of you didn't even crack what our friend has said. Open your eyes, ears, and sit straight. Whose business hours should I check? Whose business days should I check? Pranav's or mine? Who has to accept it? I have to accept it. When will he present? During my acceptance. He has to present it for my acceptance. So whether I am available or not is the first question that you have to check. Are you with me, everyone? So in this case, for those of you who have already got with the answer, in this case, what have I given the time limits of Pranav?
10 p.m. to 6.
How does it make difference? How does it make difference? You have to see my time limits, not Pranav's time limit. First one. Brilliant observation. Trust me, one of the finest observations. Second point. Let's suppose, all right, those of you who didn't crack this, let's suppose it is Mehul's time itself. In the night, 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Now, Monday to Saturday, Mehul is operating from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Now, what is your answer? You will have to present only between 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Why? Law uses the word business days, business hours. My business day, my business hour, if it is from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. on Monday to Saturday, you will have to present it during my business hours itself. Are you with me? Everybody understood the point? All right. First thing, whose timing will you check? Mehul's timing. Second, what is the timing? It need not be 10 to 6 in the morning. It can be 10 to 6 in the night as well. My business, I will decide when I have to operate. Who are you to decide my timing? Are you with me? Everybody understanding? What you just made a note was a question for 4 marks, almost 6 or 7 attempts back. Not now, not recent. 6 or 7 attempts back. They asked this question for 4 marks, only revolving around business hours and business days. So I'll tell you what students did. They were under the assumption business means it is only in the morning, 10 to 6. After that, there is no business at all. Who are you to decide? Why are you going to decide if I have to operate only on Monday to Friday? I don't want to do even on Sunday. My wish. That is my business and my business day. So you check what is my business and my business day. You cannot assume what is to be written there. Clear with the concept, everybody? Understood what we have just spoken about? Crystal clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, those of you who didn't understand, I really can't help. All right, I have explained it to the extent where I have to get into detail. Let's go ahead with the next topic now. Presentment of promissory note for site. Very simple. Whenever a presentment of promissory note has to be done, again, this is for reasonable time in business hours on business days. Nothing hyper now. All right. This is also going to happen in reasonable hours, in reasonable time, in business hours on business days. Nothing hyper up. Going ahead with the next one. Presentment. Whenever there is a promissory note, bill of exchange, or check, who has to present it? The maker has to present it. Do you agree? What are we talking about? We are talking about presentment for payment. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Those of you who thought it's the same topic, no, I'm done with the previous topic. That was presentment for acceptance. Now I'm talking about presentment for payment. Now, what is this presentment for payment? Let's take 1 second. On 1st April, I have issued a bill of exchange ordering you that you have to make a payment to me. When? After 2 months. All right. After 2 months, you have to make the payment to me. Everybody with me? Yes or no? Yes. So, just give me a second. Yes. All right. After 2 months, you have to go ahead and make a payment to me. So for this, what is the cycle? First, I will present it for acceptance. Do you agree? On 1st April, you have to accept it. Then what will happen? On 1st June, I will come back to you and ask you to make the payment, and that is called presentment for payment. First time I present it for acceptance. After 2 months, I will come back to you for payment. Is it one and the same? Obviously not. First time you have to accept it, and after 2 months, you have to shut up and pay me for what you have accepted in the past. Here, everyone understood the concept? All right. So now, when does it happen? How does it happen? Presentment is very, very necessary. All right. If you don't present the instrument for payment, then the other party can say, I'm not going to make the payment because you never presented. Are you understanding? Everybody with me? All right. So until and unless you make a presentment for payment, the other party is not liable to make the payment. This is the whole connection of presentment for payment under section 64. Crystal clear with the concept. Everybody understood what we have just spoken about. If I don't present it itself, do you think the other party? Okay. I think I have to teach you in your own language. First case, you have present, I have to make a payment of 10 lakh rupees to you. So what will you do? You will draw a bill of exchange on my head. All right. You will draw it in my name. You will order it to me. Please note, after 2 months, Mehul, you have to make the payment of 10 lakh rupees. You've drawn the instrument, but I have to accept it. No? So first step is what? Presentment for acceptance. You've given me 2 months time. After 2 months, do you think I will come home, give 10 lakh rupees to you? 100% no. You will have to come, ask me to make the payment. Only then I will make the payment. This is how it works, right? This is how it operates. Ideally, this is how it operates. So this second time when you come and ask me, second time when you present is called as present by perfect. Clear with the concept, everyone? Understood the point what we've just spoken about? All right. Now, what are we talking about, sir? Do you think presentment is necessary? I've clearly told you, if you don't present, I will not make the payment. Simple. I can always say you never presented for payment, I will not make the payment. Are you understanding the point? Everybody with me? Yes. Now what we are going to discuss is where presentment is not necessary. The last topic for our discussion of two. All right, nothing beyond this. Sit straight, sit straight. Everybody, pay attention. What I'm going to read now, what we are going to learn now is 100% important. Before that, sit straight. Insist you to keep your cameras on. What all did we discuss? Let's try. Sit straight, close your eyes and just listen to me. Close your eyes and just listen. Follow a few things for your own benefit. Don't try to challenge everything. Not great. All right. Close your eyes. Listen to me peacefully. Presentment. Two arrow marks. First one, presentment for acceptance. The instrument has to be accepted. So I am going to present. The second one, presentment for payment. What will happen in presentment for payment? Whatever was accepted earlier, you will go to the party once again, show the same instrument, ask him to make the payment. This is presenting for payment. If any of this is missing, the other party will not make the payment. Crystal clear with the concept? Everyone understood the concept? Sit straight, open your eyes. Seems like most of you have fallen asleep. Sit straight, open your eyes. So far, what we've just closed our eyes and went through, summarize, everybody's clear with the concept? Yes?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Can I continue now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now imagine a situation. All right. You have given the instrument for presentment. All right. I've accepted. Next, what will happen? After 2 months, you have to come and present for payment. Only then I will make the payment. If you don't present, do you think I am golden hearted? I might be. All right. But do you think I am such a big hearted that I will come to your house and make the payment? 100%. Now, what I will do, whenever you're coming, I know after 2 months you will come. I'm not even visible. All right. Simple. All right. Whenever you come, I am traveling somewhere. Whenever you come, I am not there in my office. Whenever you come, I'm not visible at all. After a few days, you got furious. You filed a case against me telling that this guy has not made a payment. And I will say, you never presented for payment. Will you accept it? Will the courts accept it?
No, sir.
Why? Why the courts will not accept it?
Because the mistake was from the guy who went to travel.
Simple as that. Don't you think indirectly I'm preventing you from presentment? Like this, people have come up with many logics, many ways of avoiding presentment itself. Law said, I know you guys are smart. All right, lawmakers are smarter. They said, what you will do in a few situations, you will purposely do this. In those cases, presentment not necessary at all. Don't present for payment. Presentment for payment not required at all. Don't you think it's going to help a lot of people? Imagine, guys, if this was not there, on the due date, even before you come, I am absconded. I will never be visible. Reason being, I can take an argument later on. You never presented for payment, I will not make the payment. Law says all this smart work can be possible. So I will give you a list of items. I will give you a list of situations where presentment is not necessary. Let's get started now, one by one. Everybody understood the background? Everybody got the storyline? All right. Now let's build the story. What are those situations where presentment is not necessary at all? All right. Let's get started one by one. Start.
Present for
Presentment for payment is not necessary and the instrument is dishonored at the due date from presentment. In the following cases: A. If the maker, drawee, or acceptor intentionally prevents the presentment of the instrument, or if the instrument being payable at his place of business, he closes such place on a business day during working hours. Instrument payable at some other specified place, the person doesn't attend such place during business hours. If the instrument not being payable at any specified place, he cannot after due search be found. As
What is the
against
first case? What is the first case? They've given a list of all those situations where I am supposed to make the payment and I am not visible at all. Either you come to my place, I am not available at my place. You come during business hours, my office premises is closed. You had asked me to meet you near some palace. I never met you near that palace during business hours. Whatever you tried, I have avoided. In this situation, law says presentment not necessary. Clear? Understood the point? Can I continue?
Yes.
Read. Second part. I need some energy here.
B. As against any party sought to be charged with therewith if he has engaged to pay notwithstanding non-presentment.
What is this? Sit straight. Very interesting story. When I taken 10 lakh rupees from you, I made a promise. Look, I promise even if you don't ask, I will myself come and make the payment to you. Your friends, when they are taking money from you. Same storyline. All right. Macha, you don't have to come. I will come to you and make the payment. You don't even have to think of calling me. Even before you call, your money will be in your account. This is the same story, right? Quite known. Law says that means he is indirectly said, even if the presentment is not made, he will make the payment. This is called notwithstanding the presentment. What is the meaning of this? Notwithstanding means even if you don't present, I will still make the payment. If I promise to do that, then your presentment is not necessary. I have to make the payment irrespective. Understood the point? Everybody with me? I repeat, Larry, what are we talking about? This situation is where I am trying to avoid the presentment. Why? So that I can tell the court, you never presented, I never paid. Then law went one step ahead to see, I can avoid this presentment, right? How? I cannot be at my place. I will not go at the place which you wanted me to come and accept it. I can do all those possibilities. So law says this is not acceptable. In this situation, presentment is not necessary. This is the first example. Second case, wherein I have promised to make the payment to you, even if it is not presented, I will make the payment to you. In that case, I've already promised. Then is the presentment necessary? Answer is no. Even if you don't present, I still have to make the payment to you. Did you understand the point? Everybody got the point? Yes. I'll take all the questions in some time. Hold on. The third one, read. Third one.
As against any party if after maturity with knowledge that the instrument has not been presented. First point, he makes a part payment on account of the amount due on the instrument. Second point, promise to pay the amount due therein whole or in part or otherwise waives his right to take advantage of any default in the presentment of payment.
What are these points now? Sit straight, everyone. What are these points now? These are situations where I know you have not presented, but still I made part payment. Why did I make the part payment if I was not liable to pay itself? I made a part payment, that means I'm liable. That means I have to make the balance payment as well. So this is exactly what law says. If a part payment has been made, indirectly I am acknowledging that I have to make the balance payment as well. Are you agreeing to me or not? 1,000 rupees I had to pay. All right. You did present, but on the due date, I still came and made 200 rupees payment. Have I made a part payment? Answer is yes. Balance 800. Now can I say, no, you have not presented, so I will not make the payment? Nonsense. Why did you make the payment of 200 then? Are you with me? Understanding the point? All right. Second situation, second very important, where I have promised to make the entire payment to you, whether you present or not, which I have already covered in the previous point itself. Third one, where I'm myself saying, I don't need any present value. I will make the payment to you. I have waived my rights of getting any presentment. What is the meaning of the word waive? I am giving up my rights of presentment. I don't want your presentment at all. Even if you don't present, still I will make the payment. In such situations, presentment not necessary. Did you understand? Everybody with me? Yes. Waiving the right means I am myself saying, don't come, don't present. I will still go ahead. I will not use this right. I will give up this right. In future, if you don't present, still I will not use this as a reason for not making payment to you. This is called waiving the right. Understood the point, everybody? Got the point? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Ask whatever questions you have so far. Raise your hands and then ask the questions. Go ahead, Sandra.
Sir,
Yes, ma'am.
so this one, and second, this one, promising when he is promising to pay, promises to pay, his presentment is unnecessary, right? And then the last point, waiving is also, that is same, right? That is, he promises that he'll pay without such a kind one. This one at the time presentment is unnecessary. And what is the difference between waives and that promising?
Let me explain both these points. Sit still. If majority of you have the same question, let me answer. First one, where I am promising to make the payment, whole or in part, I am indirectly saying that I will make the payment. All right, I'm promising to make the payment. Waiving the right means when there was a contract between you and me, in that we write rights and conditions, rights and liabilities in the contract. In that, I would have removed one point. I have not inserted one point. I've rather removed one point saying a right to get the presentment. I don't want any presentment. That giving up of the right is waiving. All right. Giving up of the right is called waiving. Second point which you see, I am promising that I will make the payment to you in whole or in part. In that case, I'm not waiving my rights. I'm just saying my rights are still there. Can I use it in future? Yes, I can use it in future. But for time being, I'm promising I will still make the payment. Both points effectively will come to the same conclusion that presentment is not necessary. Understood the point? Yes?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Good. Next, Samriddhi.
Sir, what is the proof that he has made a promise?
Interesting. What is the proof that he has made a promise? All right. The same question should be there in Indian Contract Act as well, right? Because promise is there even as one of the essentials in Indian Contract Act. How do you prove that? Indian, if you understand in agreement, you promise, right? One of the essentials of a contract is a promise. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Then how do you prove?
Sir, if it's a
If
verbal
it is in-
contract, there should be a witness.
No. If it is written agreement, then your agreement itself is a promise. If it is an oral agreement, the people around you could be the witnesses to that. Now you might be saying, sir, there are no people around me at all. Then courts have different ways of finding out. I'll give you a simple example. All right. Bollywood movies you might have seen, they do a lie detector test. All right. All those, are they acceptable? Yes. Those are one of few ways of finding out whether it is true or not. But most of the time, it is the basic question which we go back to the Indian Contract Act itself. One of the essentials of a contract or an agreement is going to be promise. Are you with me? Everybody understanding? Yes. So in that also the same question arises and the answer remains the same. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Samriddhi?
Yes, sir.
Samriddhi? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Paka? Good. Next. Sana.
So, in case of promissory note, is acceptance necessary?
In case of promissory note, is acceptance necessary? Answer is yes. Just because you are making the payment does not mean that I will go ahead and accept that promissory note. Nothing comes free of cost. Tomorrow, if there is any problem, I will be liable for it. What if you've endorsed it? What if you've gone ahead and created an ambiguous instrument? All of those risks are always there. I will not take a chance there.
So, and another one. In case of bearer instrument, can there be a defective title?
In case of bearer instrument, can there be a defective title? Answer is yes, stolen. It was never delivered. You've stolen it. So it is a bearer instrument.
So if
But
it is
has a
delivered,
defect. If it is delivered, then there is no question of defect, right?
so
What
no,
defect are we talking about?
when it is passed on to the next person in the middle, if it is stolen.
That's exactly what I'm saying. If it is stolen in between, all right, that means it was not delivered. Delivery is not at one level. Delivery comes at all the levels.
Okay. So, and there can a holder in due course remove all the defects?
Can holder in due course remove all defects? Answer is yes, except for forgery.
So then in the slide, it was like pay to the order or something was there. So I got confused.
No, they can remove all of them. Not an issue.
Okay, sir.
Go ahead. Next, Asam.
Sir, the presentment for payment, will it apply for the seller also who draws bills of exchange on buyer?
Does it apply even in those accommodative bills? That's what are you referring to? Accommodation bills?
Yes, sir.
Does it apply? Yes, it does. It does. Yes, good question. I'm not sure how many of you have understood. What is an? Is this already discussed in accounts?
Yes, sir.
Yes, accommodation bills are being discussed, right? So,
Yes, sir.
Can the concept of presentment come into picture even in case of accommodation bills? Answer is yes, you do. All right, next, Kushal.
Sir, as you said, when we sign a promissory note, bill of exchange, anything, and we just keep in a drawer, and it was never delivered, so it's not an instrument. But in the first case, you said that was stolen, then it was passed through a person who became holder in due course. Then he removes all the defects. But the instrument is not itself an instrument. No, it was stolen. It was never delivered, sir. So how the defects are removed when it's not an instrument?
Please note, in there, the word stolen is not the example that we'll have to focus. The focus was on holder in due course. All right, the focus was on defect in the title. To simplify, sir, can a stolen check in the example which we took, all right, where Superman has taken it, has stolen it, and given it to Spider-Man, Spider-Man to Batman, all right, can this holder in due course remove the defect? Answer is still no. Why? Because it was stolen. All right. When it is stolen, it is not delivered. When it is not delivered, even the holder in due course cannot get a title in it because there is no question of the instrument being delivered at the first place. Kushal, to simplify, if it is stolen, it is not delivered. If it is not delivered, then there is no instrument. If there is no instrument, then how can a holder in due course also remove?
Okay, sir.
Understood the point?
Yes, sir.
I repeat. We won't say a yes for the sake of it. We are not here to convince anyone but for ourselves. We are here to learn. We learn. Even if I have to repeat 10 times, I will repeat as long as you're not convinced.
Thank you, sir.
If it is stolen, all right, listen to me very carefully. If it is stolen, it never went on to the other person. Why? Because it was never delivered. When it was not delivered, one of the basic characteristics of negotiable instrument itself is missing. For an instrument to be called as a negotiable instrument, it has to be delivered. When it is never delivered itself, it is not a negotiable instrument. If it is not a negotiable instrument, what will a holder in due course also do in this picture? Are you understanding, Kushal? So, in this case, can I say a stolen instrument which passes through a holder in due course, even that person can remove all the defects? Answer is no, because it was never delivered. I can remove something if it existed. If something never existed itself, how can I remove?
Sir, but in the example that Superman, Spider-Man you gave,
Agree.
Superman
The
stole it.
The stolen would not be a right example in that context. You're right. All right. The word stolen would not be a right context there.
Yes, sir. That only. Thank you.
Agreed? All right. Go ahead. Pargal.
Sir, when the instrument goes through holder in due course, after it goes through, the defects can be removed, right? What about if he has it? He take the money?
He is not a holder in due course then. Why? Because for you to be a holder in due course, you have to take it in good faith. If you yourself have defects in you, can you go ahead and rectify? Answer is no, because you have not taking it in good faith.
Yes, I got it.
Understood the point? Yes. Next, Ramani, and then Aja. Quick.
Sir, for promissory note, is it required for presentment of for payment?
For promissory note, is it required for presentment for payment? Two things. If it is a promissory note, whether presentment for acceptance is required, answer is yes. If it is a promissory note, whether presentment for payment is required, 100% answer is still yes. But the question is, who will present, sir? This time, the person who is supposed to receive the money, he will come and present it because he is supposed to receive the money. So the story slightly changes. This time, the other person will come and present.
Okay, sir. Sir, I have another doubt. Sir, can you please tell how much to be written for 2 marks, sir? I don't know what to written, like facts, provision, how much should be written?
We'll spend some time today itself, immediately after this. Aja, last one.
Sir, even in commercial bills, seller may give bills of exchange to many buyers. So will he go to each and every buyer for presentment for payment?
He has no option.
But isn't it buyer's duty?
Practically, do we use bills of exchange as such? Less. I'm not saying no at all. Less. All right. This as a concept made sense earlier. Now with the volume, do you think it is practically possible for everyone to go every time and present? Practically not. All right. So that's exactly, we have changed the whole storyline. We prefer using only check as a valid issue, all right, as a valid negotiable instrument. Do we use bills of exchange and promissory note? I'm saying less. I'm not saying not at all. All right. Depending on situation, we take a call.
Yes, sir.
Now, going back to the last thing for which presentment is not necessary, as against the drawer, if the drawer does not suffer damage from the want of such presentment. What is the meaning of this? If I am not going to suffer any damage, if you don't present, also I still have to make the payment. Can I say I will not make the payment because you have not presented? Because of you not presenting, did I incur any damage? Did I suffer any damage because you didn't present it for payment? Nonsense. If I can prove that there was no damage because of your non-presentment, that means I have to shut up and make the payment. I have no option. I repeat. What is the topic that we are discussing? Presentment for payment. You have to present for payment, only then I will make the payment, correct? Now the situation is, I'm saying you didn't present, so I will not make the payment. Court will ask me one question. Fair enough. He didn't present, he's wrong. You didn't present, you are wrong. All right. But court will ask me only one question. What damage did you incur? What damage are you suffering because he didn't present? Are you suffering a huge damage? If the answer is yes, then presentment was required. If Mehul did not suffer any damage, presentment is not necessary at all. Why? Because what damage did you incur because the other person didn't present? You still had to make the payment. You still had to go ahead and pay the entire amount. Shut up and make the payment. Don't wait for presentment in such situation. Clear with the concept, everybody? Now we have a couple of very small topics which we are going to discuss in the next session. What we'll do is, we are close to the end of the session. I'll take 5 minutes beyond 9. I hope that should be okay with everyone. Sit straight. Yes. Keep your cameras on. First thing. Sir, from where to read? All right, let's answer the 5 questions that we have in our mind. Is the screen visible to everyone?
No,
sir. Right. Yes, no. Vikram, there in the session?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Is the screen visible?
No, sir.
Now the screen is visible, sir.
Now I can speak. Then sit straight, everyone, and listen to me very carefully. First question that we have to answer. So from where shall we study, sir? It's law paper, it's theory. From where do we start off? All right. No option except for study material. There is no option other than your study material. Are you with me? Sir, but you made a beautiful CAPS material. I made it. I know how I made it. I have not copy pasted your study material as is. If that was the objective, I shouldn't have given the material itself. If I had to just copy paste what is there in the study material in your CAPS material, I wouldn't have made the CAPS material itself. I would have just asked you to open your study material forever. That's not why CAPS material is prepared. CAPS material is prepared so that you can read this one book in that 1.5 days time. Because it's practically impossible to read each and every page of study material once again before the exam. So what are you going to do? Read the study material. Immediately after that, go to the CAPS material, read that. Now what happens is, there may be few concepts which might not be there in the CAPS material. There might be few topics which I might have purposely not given because I have to summarize it. The whole objective of CAPS material is to make a material ready for you so that you can read only in 1.5 days. Why 1.5 days? After your accounts examination, you will have only 1.5 days for your business law. Within that 1.5 days, you have to read everything. That's exactly why CAPS material is prepared. Are you with me? Everyone understanding? All right. So I read study material. Let's suppose I'm reading the study material, say negotiable instrument itself. All right. When I'm reading negotiable instrument, I hope the screen is visible to everyone. I see there are 42, there are 52 pages. But if you see out of 52 pages, hardly look at it. All right. Hardly 26 pages are relevant. The first 26 pages, I would say not even 26 pages, it's only 24 pages which are having the topics. The rest is all summary, extra questions, and formats. In this chapter, you have a lot of formats. Should we know each and every format? Answer is no. You don't need to know each and every format which is there in your CAPS, in your study material. Is the screen visible? All right. Sir, what formats are you talking about, sir? Sir, there are so many formats after the summary. All right. This is the summary. These are a couple of questions which they have asked. And thereafter, you have sample specimens or agreements. Should I read this? I want you to read this. But will this be asked in examination? No, this will not be asked in exam. Sir, how can you tell this so authoritatively? It's given in the study material itself. If you come down, here itself, they've given sample specimen given does not form part of the syllabus. This has been provided merely for the knowledge of the student only. Clear? Understood the point? All right. So now coming back to the question, when you're reading study material, read your 20-30 pages, whatever it is there, immediately go to CAPS material, update if something is missing there. Why? Because I am not exhaustively written word by word. If you think something is important, which according to you, you want to read it one day before examination, write up. No problem at all. This is about your well. I want you to know each and every word of your CAPS material. I want you to ensure that you have complete idea of what is there in your CAPS material. Why? Reason being very simple, 1.5 days, you have to ensure that you get a quick hang of the entire syllabus. Clear with the first point? So those of you who are confused, sir, from where should I read? Vikram, all right. The other day, somebody was asking me how to read law. That's what I'm doing right now. That's what I'm explaining right now. Where we have discussed. When should we read? Very obvious. Immediately after I finish a session, please finish the syllabus parallelly. I will anyway be ensuring after every chapter there is a test. You be honest to yourself and write the test as if it is a final examination given by ICA. Is it for me? Answer is no. It's for yourself. Sir, I couldn't read. I will not write. I will not correct. That's all your headache. I will not genuinely come and ask you, did you read? Did you write? All mature crowd, behave like chartered accountants. You don't need somebody else to monitor. You're smart enough. You're doing it for yourself. You don't need anybody to come and do your schooling job. Third, how to read. Very, very important question, which most of you have. How to read law. I will teach one experimental thing, which I have done it for years. All right, I'll teach this thing to you. Follow it. Blindly follow it. Don't ask how, why, and where, why. All right, just follow it. Trusted, implemented from past 7 years. Each student at Inter, each student at CA Foundation has been doing this. I want you to do it. And is this only for law? Answer is no. This is for every theory subject. For every theory subject. So what is this subject? So what is this? What is this approach that you're talking about? This is your entire syllabus. All right, let's suppose I'm reading negotiable instruments. With me, everyone? So what will I do?
Sir.
Usually what do you do? You start reading word by word. That's exactly how you follow, right? You will start reading word by word. That's the normal approach which we have been taught from our school days. I don't want you to do this. What you will do is, first 15 minutes before you read word by word, first 15 minutes, read subtopics. Just read the subtopics. Don't read the entire description. I don't want you to read the description. So what am I going to read? There's something called as introduction. After introduction, I will see there are developments. There is a meaning of negotiable instrument. I see that they have given definitions, they have given characteristics, they have given what is a promissory note. They've given what exactly are the characteristics of a promissory note. I will go ahead and look into the further details of what is a bill of exchange. They've given who are the parties, what are the essential conditions for a bill of exchange. So first 15 minutes, I'm just seeing what is there in the syllabus. How does it help? It mentally puts you in a state of now ready to read word by word. This is psychologically called acclimatization. All right. When people go for treks in a winter, in a very cold place where people can't really survive that condition, they don't straight away go to Mount Everest. I want to climb Mount Everest on day one, first star itself. I will not be sent to Mount Everest. 24 hours, I will be at the base camp surviving the cold. And thereafter, once my body is prepared, I am prepared for the trek. This is called acclimatization. First 15 minutes which you are going to do is more like acclimatization itself. This is going to do a fair hang of kya padenge. What all is there in this chapter? This is what I'm doing right now. Are you understanding what I'm talking about? Now comes your second reading. What are you going to do in your second reading? Word by word. What you've always done, do this that as a part of your second reading. Now, what happens is, in your second reading, you read as if you're reading a novel. Nonsense. This is not novel. All right. Here, you will have to highlight what you're reading. Here, you will have to summarize what you're reading. So, what you got to do? Again, simple. Don't break your head. I'm going to read, let's suppose I'm reading a paragraph. All right. Drawing must be certain. I'm just going to highlight must be certain with a highlighter. Are you with me, everyone? Now, I am going to highlight only key words. I'm not going to highlight the entire answer. Problem with most of us is we end up painting the entire book. Highlight everything until this time. When you can't identify what is important, how will you write what is important? And when you can't write what is important, how will you get marks for it? Are you with me? Everybody understanding? So what is my strategy? Very simple. Whenever I'm reading a paragraph, I cannot have more than 4 words highlighted there. Simple strategy. All right. Then after that, immediately after that, right next to the paragraph itself, I'm going to write one sentence in my own language. Sir, this is going to take a lot of time, sir. How will I complete the syllabus? This will just take 30 seconds. How it is going to help, I will tell you. Hold on. All right, this is just going to take 30 seconds. Like this, you will complete your entire chapter. Done for the day? No, wait. Another 15 minutes, investment. What? Go ahead, read whatever you have highlighted, whatever you've written in single lines. Same topic. At the same point of time, I've already seen it thrice, Shreya. I've already seen it thrice. Now, how under the sky can I complain that I don't remember? Second thing, you finished your revision. How much additional time did you invest? Half an hour. 15 minutes spelling, 15 minutes parking. Are you understanding? Guys, I cleared my entire LLB, which is only law, different varieties of law, and only theory. I cleared my entire LLB with this approach. Is it doable? 100% possible. And trust me, you will fall in love. You do it for one chapter. I am telling you, you will fall in love with this approach. Now we've discussed about how. Immediately after your study material is done, spend another half an hour, finish your touch material as well. Now, what will happen? You've comprehensively covered all possible content available on this chapter, and nobody under the sky can ask you any question other than what is there. Are you understanding? Everybody with me? This is the approach that you can follow for your theory subjects across every syllabus. Now, when should I study? I've already spoken. You have to study as and when I'm completed. Last thing, law, how do you answer? You have to write tests. You have to keep on writing. Or else, I've seen answer script. I'll show it to you in the next session. All right. Where people at interstage itself, they've written answers. Some second PUC student has written the entire answers. Or some first PUC student has written that answers. Companies Act tells, Contract Act says. Is it your relative who's talking there? How can we use such language? Are you understanding? And this is exactly why we lose marks. This is exactly why we are not able to get marks. Are you understanding what we are talking about? Everybody with me? Yes?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Very important. Have one friend in this crowd. It can't be an outsider. It has to be amongst this crowd itself. Now, who's that one friend? You have to identify. That I will not be doing, nor Shetty sir will be doing. It has to be somebody who you will have to identify in this group. All right? Sir, that person already I am a friend with. Can I become friends with the other 10 as well? For me, friends does not mean knowing each other. For me, that friendship is all about your studies. I sit with that person every day, every week, every month. I'm going to discuss how to approach the people. Helps. I am telling you authoritatively. I've done this at CA final. I still feel I should have done at CA foundation itself. Things would have been much easier. At CA final, at the same alumni meet, all right, I have met all those friends. All right, it's a separate story that I meet them often. So it was God's grace that I was just telling the person as well that it was all because of that person that my life became so easier. And that person ended up making the same statement that it was because of me that life became easier for her. Approach was very simple. Every Friday, 9 o'clock, I'm going to call you. This is our timetable. Now, what timetable did we make? Did we make some hyphen that timetable? No. Whatever Shetty sir gave, the same timetable we used to follow. Shetty sir might not have given a timetable as of now to you guys because your examinations are far off. Your only timetable now is to ensure that every day you're spending 2 hours with law. Every day, 2 hours you will have to spend with law. Reason being, law is one paper where people are not able to clear. Reality check. All right, it's a perfect reality check. Why? It's not because the law is difficult. It's because you are not able to write it. And when you are not able to write it, you will not get marks. With me, everyone understanding what we are talking about? Yes.
Yes.
So what is the approach that we follow? Find that one friend in this group. All right. Sir, I'm in first PUC. Should I still do this exercise? By the time you blink, you would have already reached CA Foundation examination hall. So don't think you have enough time. You're running short of time. Find that one person in your group, plan, strategies, and start working on papers. Write mock papers, write exam tests, read RTPs. There's no option. Clear? In the next session, what I do is probably I'll take you through, because I'll be done with negotiable instruments, I will take you through 2 or 3 RTPs. All right. What is an RTP? I'll give you a feel of what kind of exam questions are being asked. You will understand how to go about with this paper. Are you with me? Everyone understanding? Yes?
Yes, sir.
So without spending much time, guys, please find one person in the same crowd who's going to be your education buddy. Now, will I have to put in efforts in finding that person? No, you have to find it out. Who could it be? Go check your WhatsApp group. You might have to text 10 people. Text. Ask them, are you already tagged along with somebody else? If the answer is no, can we go ahead? Now, the problem is There are two kinds of people. One, super ultra smart. We don't want those. There is somebody who is not ready to put in efforts as well. No point in tagging along with them. Find somebody who is with your caliber, who is there attending sessions regularly, who is there actively involved in the session. Because somebody who is not there at all, if you are going ahead with them, it will not make sense. The entire exercise is futile. With me, everybody understanding? Yes. So please do this exercise on priority. We are in November. Those of you who are writing in January, they are running short of time. All right. November 5th. Exactly. If the exams are on 15th of January, that's what I understand. All right. You don't even have 60 days left. You don't even have 60 days left. In between, you will have thousands of other things lined up for you. In between, you will have several other things which you really don't want to be a part of, but you're forcefully a eventer. Please take it seriously. Put your heart and soul now. Those of you think I have 2 months, you don't have 2 months. We have started November. December is the only month, and January you'll be writing your exams. Put in your heart and soul, guys. Once you clear CA Foundation, journey is beautiful because enter the syllabus, the kind of work which we are going to learn, the kind of things that you're going to learn are going to be very, very interesting. You will step into the real world of chartered accountancy. So what are we doing right now? Right now, you're just seeing from the terrace, you're seeing what is happening in the streets. In inter, you will be in the streets. I hope I'm making sense to everyone. All right. So please put in your heart and soul. 2 months. Those of you who are writing in January, please go mad about your efforts. Those of you who are writing in May, which I suppose most of you are. All right. May is not far. Sir, you're telling the same thing for everything. Answer is those who are in January will end up clearing. The possibility of efforts is higher because they are serious. Those who are in May, they will become serious only in March and April, which is too late. Then what is the point of attending a batch almost a year prior if you can't put in efforts? With me? I'll just end today's session with one small story. A very close friend of mine, all right? Chartered accountant, company secretary, BCom, worked with one of the biggest of biggest companies that you can think about. Realize all this is not something which I'm really keen on. Although coming from a very, very good background, very successful person. All right. Who he is, who she is, you don't have to bother. Just listen to the story. Realize I'm not made for CA. Although a CA and CS and working for a very big company, everything cleared in first attempt. One of the smartest people that I could have ever met decided I don't want to do what I'm doing right now. I want to change my field. That person joined UPSC. All right. I hope you understand what is UPSC. UPSC is nothing but your IAS officers. All right. The toughest examination in the country. If you think CA is tough, it's not. Why? You clear CPT here or CA Foundation. You clear CA Inter. You don't clear CA Final. Suppose. Which examination you have to write again?
Final.
Only final. It's not like you will have to go back and write CA Foundation Inter. In UPSC, you don't clear your final. You come back to foundation, inter, final. So this friend of mine had put in all the hard for almost 10 years with 2 kids. All right. She had 2 kids. And still that madness was there for almost 10 years. Did everything under the sky possible to clear this examination. In the last attempt, all right. So you can't write the examination after 32. 32 is the age limit. For those of you who aren't aware, I'm explaining it to you guys. So 32 is the age limit. She missed, she cleared her foundation. I'll take your example itself. So the 3 levels at UPSC, it's called as your foundation or the prelims. The second is called as a mains, and the third one is called interview. You have to crack the interview. Okay. So this friend of mine cleared the prelims. This friend of mine cleared the mains. This friend of mine missed the interview by 1 mark. Back to square one would have been possible, but can't do that because 32 is the age limit. Done, dusted, full stop. Nothing can be done now. It's a separate story that this person didn't want to give up because the intention was very clear. I want to serve the society. It's not necessary that I will be able to serve a society only as an IAS officer. She picked up the civil services at the state level. Just like how you have IAS at center, you have administrative services at state, which is called KS. If you're in Karnataka, it's called as the KS officer. If you're in Delhi, it's the Delhi officers. All right. If you're in Rajasthan, it's called as the Rajasthan Administrative Services. It's called the RAS. Boring. Picked it up. Wrote the prelims. Cleared. Wrote the mains. Cleared. Almost on the verge of completing this entire examination. Going to appear for an interview shortly. So if you think you're in a very difficult journey, the world is voluntarily fighting a better and bigger journey. At least let's mark the best that we are doing right now. All right. If you think you're having a struggle, 9:20 in the evening, somebody is yelling, somebody is teaching a theory class, it's not easy, guys. I'm not going to discount what you guys are doing right now. It is difficult. It's not easy. All right. A theory class sitting for almost 2 hours, most of you actively listening, is not easy. But what you're doing is just one step getting you closer to your dream. Your dreams have to be so fierce that it should not let you sit at rest. You're watching a movie, good, finish the movie and immediately go pick up your books. You're taking a break, very good, take a break. Go immediately and pick the books. This is the madness. I'm not saying don't take breaks. I would be the last one. I'm not saying don't go watch movies. I would be the last one. I'm not asking you not to celebrate. I'd be the last one. Please do everything under the sky. But at the same time, you need to know all of this will make more sense if I can additionally add an hour of studies. Too much for the day. With this, I wrap up today's session. The rest to be continued, but go a little mad. All right, go a little mad. Virat Kohli. All right, supposed to be his birthday today. Very much Indian and a cricket lover, so I know about it. Coming back to the point, irrespective of whatever the schedule is, whether he's playing the match or not, whether he's there in the playing squad or not, he still gets up at 4:30 and 5:30 he's in the nets. Why does a person like him have to do all this?
Sir, commitment.
I hope each one of us bring in that. All right. With this, I wrap up. Thank you so much. Have a nice day, guys.